What's up, fantasy world? Welcome to another episode of the Press Box. We're going to do ourselves a live draft today with my boys Chris and Billy from Pristine Memorabilia joining us. Thanks a lot, everybody, for being here. Sudden Death Fan Sports Press Box is going on.
You ready?
This is Marr Green Bay Packers all-time winning rusher, and you're listening to Sudden Death Fantasy Football Press Box.
Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
I love it, dude.
What's up, baby? It would have been great if it was the right size, but otherwise it's awesome, right? That's literally the first time I've watched that thing on here on StreamYard with you guys, as you can tell. Otherwise, I would have probably worked on resizing it. But hey, I'm pretty stoked on it too. I thought it was fun to make, and it was, it's a nice little new intro. We got to see Scott doing the Heisman. Still had to keep that in there, right? Everybody loves Scott doing the Heisman. And I got to work on my pre-intro game, but I'll get there because that was obviously my first try. And, we always fumble through our first try of everything we do. Chris, speaking of fumbling through first tries, man, how you doing today with your draft? Are you ready for this? Are you excited about this guy?
I am. I had no idea we were doing this until last night. I knew we were going to do a show, but I didn't know we were doing this. I know that when I win it, I will be selling it to Clem. We'll work out a percentage of the cost, but because I know it's going to want this helmet. It'll be right back this way, over there later on.
I was actually referring to your work in progress behind you, but that's okay. Billy, what's up, buddy? How are you today, man?
What's going on, brother? What's going on? You're the only reason this draft is happening tonight.
I know, right? And I appreciate you for doing it right now. I talked to Billy, showed me a picture of this helmet that we're going to do today. And I was like, dude, can we do this live on the show tomorrow? We didn't have another draft plan. We were just going to roster roulette it up and play around and have a little show with you guys, a fun little show with you guys. But we decided to do the draft instead because Billy shot me this photo. And I mean, dude, James Cook, autograph white Bills helmet. It's really clean. You got it with you, brother? Is he going to show us the helmet right here, guys? Look at this thing.
Look how clean that is.
Boom. I know, right? Isn't that awesome, man? My favorite helmet the Bills have is the white helmet like that with the new logo. I love that helmet, man. Yeah. It's so cool.
I'm on the hunt, brother. I'm on the hunt for that one.
Yeah, I mean, he knows the one I really like. Obviously, I lie. I said that's my favorite, like, original Bills helmet. I do really, really, my ultimate favorite is that silver one that they did when they did that Ice Out uniform. That was just badass. But this is my favorite, like, kind of traditional, quotation marks Bills helmet.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, right. If you guys are listening right now, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We need to get some subscriptions going on here. You guys have been great helping us out, getting up to where we're at. We need to keep pushing. We are getting close to 400. Just like we're getting close on our fundraiser, we need to move up to that 2K. I know that we were about $90, I think, away from it last time I was checked. We had a little bit of a kind of just a lull in the game. I know because the drafts happen, people are kind of like, it feels like it's almost over technically. It's not. We could still throw in a few more bucks and get a few more tickets towards the Jamar Chase autograph Salute to Service helmet, which, I mean, everybody knows how awesome that thing looks. We've seen it in person a few times now. If Scott was here, he'd show us. He's probably running around his yard right now wearing it. So that's why he's not here, actually. But no, I'm kidding. He's got some other things he's going through right now, so he couldn't make it today. But you know what? It's okay, though, because that's just one less guy to try to take away my Bills helmet, right? So, dude, so Chris, man, I know we got some final game of preseason. I can't even talk. I'm so excited. Final game of preseason going on right now. A couple of them at least going on, and everything's going to be over here soon. Any news? Any kind of stuff on the Schefter front that you want to bring to the table for us right now?
Yeah, so obviously we skipped a huge, Jamar Chase owners were freaking out on Tuesday. That was a scary, scary moment. To me, it looked like a meniscus tear almost when you watch the actual thing, but it looked like soft tissue. So it looked, and then it ended up he hyperextended his knee. He tried to get right back on the practice field, and it didn't. His coaches were like, "Are you insane? Like, there's zero chance we're putting you back out there." So I think you're not going to see him at all. They're playing the Eagles tomorrow, and then you have the Jacobs news. So again, this is not injury related. This is not. So I mean, dude, he got away. 2 misdemeanors is what he's getting charged with. And if you read anything about the report, she was pretty. I mean, it was not a good situation, dude. I don't think anybody can deny that something bad happened. There was a lot. So we are going to be looking at a suspension, most likely, now that he's been charged. Originally, it was going to be a felony. Now it's down to 2 misdemeanors. So that's news that, take it as you will. Might drop him in drafts. We'll see how he goes today. And then the other big one is, and Billy, you want to tell this one, is our good buddy Cam in New York, Scatterbo.
You lead with it because Sean don't even know about it yet.
So in camp, I believe it was yesterday. Yeah, I'm running off my days. Basically, Cam got a little rough with some defenders, and so much so that he's pushing them around. And a lot of times they're not actually allowed to tackle him. So it was Javon Holland and Greg Newsome, and they had some words with him and were grabbing him. And then it ended up the day before, Zaire Barnes, same thing. Like, he tackled him when he wasn't allowed to tackle Cam. So in the news at the press conference, afterwards, Harbaugh said that Scatterbo is like an infectious disease, or he's infectious. And then he said, but sometimes it's like an infectious disease, which is not what you want your coach saying as you're leading into week 1 of the season. So it's big news, man. That could be creating a big problem. We already had the break up with Jackson Dart in the locker room. Now we're seeing Scatterbo having issues. They're just trying to put something together. Everybody kind of healthy. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. That's a lot of egos in a lot of ego city, man.
Yeah.
He was sliding in and diving at their legs when he would break a rush or whatever, and he would dive in at their legs. They're like, we can't hit you, but why are you diving in at us? All it takes is one wrong move and you're blowing somebody's knee out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can end careers doing stuff like
to him
that.
a few times, and he just kept doing it. So,
and he's not like the biggest guy in the world. If these guys really wanted to like screw him up, they pretty much could. You know what I mean? Some of these dudes are gigantic. But I mean, dude, that's just stupid, bro. These are your teammates, man. These guys, you need these guys to have your back. Like, what if one of them is running around on like a end around, and they're supposed to be your tackles pulling to block for you, right? And he's out there, and all of a sudden he's just like, "Oops, missed that block." All of a sudden here comes Ray Lewis type guy, just like barreling down your throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to have that happen to you like over and over again throughout a 17-game season. That's probably why he's going to end up hurt again, in my opinion, because
he just seems like the kind of guy.
Style, he's just, what I mean. He's bull in a china shop in life. Like, that's how he lives life. Is bull in a china shop attitude.
Like, at this point, I just picture him laughing at his own farts. Like, that's how I see Cam Scatterbo. I just think that he's an animal.
Now, wait a second now. Wait a second now. I laugh at my own farts every time, and I feel like the moment that I'm not laughing at farts because I'm dead. All right.
I
farts
said
always be
just laughing at his. I just feel like he's immature. It seems like he's just super immature. Which people were not giving him the moniker of super immature, but now everyone sees it as like he just doesn't get it. So, and that does not go over well in the NFL. You will get humbled real quick. So, all of a sudden somebody doesn't create a block for him. That's a whole, you know what I mean? So you do not want to piss off your lineman, bro. So that's big news. And then there was
your lineman, man. Your coaches are going to get upset and your entire team. It's not, it's going to be everybody in the end.
Yeah. The other big one is breaking news, guys. There was a trade, I believe, in the last couple hours. Are you ready for this? Big trade. Tutu Atwell.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
For Jarquez Hunter. Tutu's going back to the Rams. Jarquez is going to Miami. I guess they need somebody other than just Jalen right behind.
That's like swapping your neighbor, the Charmin, for the quilted Northern. Like,
100%. So that's
the point of that, just keep what you got.
The only other thing I would mention is Eli Stowers having a real rough camp, dude. They're saying that they might have to he might have to sit down for a while. He just can't handle the NFL right now, it sounds like. So he has a hamstring injury, they're saying, but also it's not been a good camp for him. And then your buddy, Dalton, have you heard?
Kincaid?
Yeah, he's been playing with a broken pinky all preseason, apparently.
Well, he's catching one-handed passes on the sidelines like a gangster. So
they said it hasn't really affected him. He's been making catches, and he's not going to participate in any preseason activity, play everything. But he does have a broken pinky. Josh Downs has a small calf injury. At least at this point, they're calling it that. And then the last one is there's an undisclosed injury for Zay Flowers. He sat out of the Commanders' combined, scrimmage, and they said it was just something small. They didn't say what it was, but they said it's not going to affect his week 1 status. But we do have Tucker Kraft coming back saying there's 0 restrictions on him. Remember before I was saying that we're going to put him on a snap count.
So you're saying that you just came in here for a week to try to push his draft value down so you could
100%. Yeah. In fact, actually, he said his
Yeah.
leg is hurting. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So Tucker Kraft, Daniel Jones is back for week 1 now, and Alec Pierce is going to be back for week 1. It sounds.
I don't know
like,
if you guys heard, but Jahmyr Gibbs strained a quad in practice today. So for the next week and a half, guys, make sure you do not draft Jahmyr Gibbs.
You should be going,
especially anybody in all my redraft leagues that I have over the next 4 or 5 days. Please just remember, do not draft Jahmyr Gibbs.
So that's all the news it's fit to print.
I can't believe our Schefter came in here last week just to win over a few drafts and totally like discredited us. Like
I have Tucker Kraft on every team we drafted in the last week.
You're gonna break our brand, dude. That's messed up. We just getting started here.
Hey man, that was the word on the street.
Yeah,
it sounds like he's back.
Kraft, I definitely don't. I should have been drafting more of them.
But, yeah, Kraft is a guy that I've been trying to get a hold of too, and he keeps like going either right before me or just after. I'm gonna go this route and see if I can sneak him around, and it just doesn't happen. So he's a guy if you want, you better get. Don't play around with him. Just get him. That's a tier of tight ends right there too. That if you miss out on that tier of tight ends in general, I think you're taking a big hit there. Waiting on tight ends, if you get that tier, you're doing all right. But if you miss out on that tier of guys, which is like him, Fannin, Pitts, who else are you putting in that tier? There's a couple of them, Laporta. There's one other name that I feel like I'm missing
now. Kincaid starts the next one. Not to pick on Kincaid.
Yeah, I would say Kincaid would be part of the next tier. Yeah, and he would be like the best consolation prize available for sure. But yeah, he's the next year.
Kittle's around there too, probably.
Yeah, Kittle moving up, man.
I put Kittle in that tier too. For
Me
sure.
too.
I put Kittle in that tier. I mean, it starts with probably like Fannin, right? I would say would be the next guy up after. Who do you have the next guy up after the top 4? That's a good question that we should ask right now because the top 4 are kind of their own tier for sure, right? You got all the way from Bowers to Warren, right? Bowers, McBride, Warren, Loveland. Those 4 are all like in a tier on their own. And then the next set of guys, I think, is the tier that we're talking about. So who do you have in that set of tiers right there? We named Fannin, right? We all said Fannin for sure. We've all said Kraft, right? We've all said Kittle, so that's 3. We've all said would we put
Laporta,
Pitts,
Laporta,
yeah, Laporta. Okay, we'll put Laporta there too. Would we do Pitts? That's 4.
And Kraft. Did we say Kraft?
So that's 5, and then 6 with Kraft. So 6 guys in that tier.
Yeah, and Kraft is the number 1 in that for me right now. He's the guy I'm taking first.
But that's how you have in that tier, right?
Yes.
Guys. Okay. And I would say Pitts is kind of that
over Fannin. Yes. I'm scared of that quarterback room, dude. I think there's going to be a lot of issues there, dude. I really do
too. I mean, since they started the wrong guy, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
To a tight end. I feel like it's going to be quick passes to the tight end, security blanket, and
I mean, it's what it was last year, right? Yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, basically, my point being, though, there's 10 tight ends in a 12-man league. If you get one of those 11 or 12 tight end guys, you're probably going to be struggling at that position, and you're going to end up having to stream, unless you get lucky and hit on Dalton Kincaid, or somebody at that level, on Randy Gadsden, maybe. But that's where you're at with tight end, so just don't be that guy.
You mean Orange Gadsden?
Yeah, Orange Gadsden. Yep. I love it. Oh, man. All right, guys. Thanks again for being here, guys. We got a lot of great guys in the audience that we know and love here. Our boy Cyborg. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Martin Brundle, how are you?
Old Guard.
Story, how you doing, Old Guard? Man, we got all of our good buddies in here. I don't want to miss anybody, so let me scroll all the way up here and make sure I don't. Yeah, definitely, man. I'm glad all you guys are here today. Keep joining us. Throw us any questions too, guys. If you're here for the first time, make sure you toss us any questions you want to discuss during this draft. We'll be more than happy to break down any trades or any kind of like start-sit scenarios that might be coming up for week 1. I know, right? Doesn't it sound fun to talk about that? We're getting close to that pretty much. So it's fun to maybe get a little bit of that like, pre-start sit kind of conversation going. That'd be a fun thing to talk about today. So yeah, guys, anytime, man, throw us any questions, comments, anything you need. And while you're there, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button too, because it really helps us offer this kind of content up to you guys as much as we possibly can. So, Billy, man, did you do the draft order yet on this draft, or how are we going to do the draft order, you think?
No, you want to do it? You have it on the app. You have it on the screen, right? You can do the order, or you want me to run the order now? It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do.
You go ahead and run it in the league and get it set up here, and me and Post Martin are going to talk about what position that we want to be in right here, because Billy knows where I want to be, right? Billy knows that I like to get in that front spot. right?
Yeah.
So I want to be in that front spot. I haven't been able to do it. I've been in like 10 to 12 pretty much every draft over the last month, it feels like. So what are you thinking about your spot here, Chris? Do you want the front? Do you want the back? Or do you want to be that middle guy in the human centipede? I mean, on this draft.
Yeah, I'm finding that I want to be at the beginning, man. I do want to be at the beginning. I do.
Everybody does. That's it.
Everybody wants to be at the beginning. I still like my pick around 7. I know nobody else likes pick 7. I do actually like pick 7 because I picked the same guy, and I love who I get on the bounce back. I want to be on one of the ends, though, I think most, because, man, that 12 is rough.
So, Sean, you got the number 1 pick on the second randomize. So
there's another one.
Beckett, why would you do that to me? I hate you so much, right? You know what? Really? You know what? It's been a pleasure having you. All right, guys. Let's. Oh, I can't believe you did that to me. You had me too, bro. Oh, dude. Oh, okay, I dropped to the 4th. I mean, at least I'm in the top 4. I kind of feel like the 4 is a little bit of that cutoff, so I'm like happy, but I'm not. But I saw Spliskin at 12 for a second. I thought it was me, so I kind of got like, oh. So it's kind of like one of those.
Because of the dark and the red and the logos, I was like, oh man.
Oh man, guys, let's jump on over here to our other screen here for the draft, so you guys can all see the draft screen. This is definitely about the best I think we're gonna get for visuals for you guys. So I hope y'all can see it well enough. If you're not in the league, guys, go ahead and jump in the league now. I'm gonna do the same on my phone so that I'm ready to draft with you guys, and we'll get this thing kicked off, and then we'll start conversating. So, Chris, man, you ended up in 10, dude.
Yeah, I love it.
How does that make you feel?
No, I don't love it at all. I was in a 10th position in a home draft, a redraft recently, and I ended up James Cook and bounced back with Chase Brown. And I'm very happy with that, but that doesn't happen very often anymore.
I mean, I was playing around with Billy when I told him that we didn't want him here, and I think he might have took me serious because
I think so.
I think he just rolled on out of here, guys. I think he's probably having some technological difficulties, so I'm sure he'll join us here back on the show in just a few minutes, guys. So in the meantime, we'll sit here and talk as much mess as we can about him.
Did you see the recent roster roulette tournament champ down here? Do you see that? Pay homage to
I did, yeah. Thank you for reminding me to bring that up. Congratulations on your roster roulette victory, winning the 500 roster coins. And if you guys haven't noticed, I've been working on it on the back end. I was literally up to like 3 a.m. the other night, and then woke up at 6 again. I did it again, and I was working on that thing all night long. And I got up a bunch of stuff into the development one. I haven't actually pushed it to the live one yet because I'm still working on some things. But hopefully tonight I'll get a nice big update out there, and I really want to get a few things in line. I'm not going to talk about them until they work out because I don't want to put the cart before the horse. But I think you guys will be really happy with it in the end. So are you been having fun on the new tournament? Have you tried the new tournament yet, Chris?
Yeah. So one of them I came in second, and then the last one, the guy that won beat me. I think it was whoever Martin played in the finals. Can't remember.
I mean, this new running back one. Have you tried this new format with the running back? I haven't played that one yet myself. I'm curious about you guys. I haven't even played it yet. I've been sitting on my computer all day, but I've been doing like so many things that I haven't even had a chance to get in there and play it yet myself.
Can you explain it?
Yeah. So what I did for this one, we're calling it. I think it's calling Running Away with It, I believe is what we named it. And that I say we, it was just me. But basically, I did the running backs at 1.5 times the scoring. So the running back position across the board, no matter wherever you put them, as long as the running back is in your lineup, they're getting 1.5 times their normal scoring. And then if you get the running back stronghold, you get twice as much scoring for that. So you're basically now you're going to have to figure out how many running backs you want to put on your roster. Are you going to sacrifice the opportunity to go after the big boy, the grand slam, by adding more running backs and not allowing yourself a chance at the strongholds for the other positions? So it's kind of that guessing game there on what's going to be the best approach to line this thing out. I think I have a pretty decent idea on how I'm going to try it out when I get to it, but it'll probably change because it always seems to mess with me when I get in there. I think I got a strategy figured out, and when you make it, you think you know what you're supposed to be doing here, right? No, it's not the case at all. I'll probably be one of the last place guys in that because I have no idea if my strategy is going to work or not.
So strategy wise, though, it sounds like some teams that you normally would not want to land on You like now you're like, I'll happily take Miami again. I'll happily even teams like the Browns where you can get Judkins. He's worth 1.5, so he's worth more than like a typical wide receiver.
What do you do about like? Let me think about the team like Seattle. That's a great example.
I mean,
they don't have a good running back at all, right?
Yeah.
And you got JSN there, and they have no good running back though. So like, do you want to like JSN isn't going to get you as many points as most running backs that are in the top tiers of running backs. So like, what do you do now there, right? Teams like Carolina, Chuba Hubbard and Ted McMillan. You know, so those decisions are now actual like head scratchers.
It makes you think about it more. Yeah. I love the aspect that it really makes me think of depth charts all the time. That's my favorite part about roster roulette, because as I'm planning for fantasy drafts and all, I am constantly looking. When you drop down the menu, you see everybody in line there. And it makes me remember, like, I feel like that's really helped me to really build depth charts in my mind.
Yeah, it's fun, man. I mean, I know it's not the same scoring as anything that's associated with the NFL. I mean, other than the fact that they're rated based on how well they play in the NFL, their roster rating is its own individual rating and scoring system within the app. It has nothing to do with their performance on the field. So it's not going to adjust weekly or have any kind of change based on how things go during the season. You know, as of right now, we've got it set for a yearly update. We might push updates as the year goes down as we move forward with it. That's why it's still beta. We're learning as we go with a lot of these, best ways to do things. So as we move forward with it, though, you guys will be the first to know how we decide to settle it, and you'll be there to help us throughout it all. In the end, when it does go full bore app, you guys are all going to get some really special stuff for being a part of this testing rounds. So I appreciate all you guys for helping me out with that, because I couldn't do it without you guys. There's no way I could test all these games and play all this stuff to find all the bugs on my own. It couldn't happen.
And feedback is important, guys. So if you want, definitely reach out to Sean, because he definitely takes a lot of that into consideration. He asks us a lot, but also people playing. Some people are playing all the time, so definitely take suggestions. Every once in a while he'll do a rollout. Sean, are those during the day anymore? No, right? Not really.
I try not to. I try to push them at night. I've got to, like I was saying earlier with my updates that I have right now, I built like a back end like copy pretty much.
Okay.
That I do all the updates on during the day, so that at the end of the day I can kind of push them out to the main one when nobody's really playing and it's in the middle of the night. It doesn't affect you guys too much.
Yeah.
But I pushed a couple of updates today for a few things that came up that I needed to push to get the tournaments working right. That kind of stuff will happen. But for the most part, those big updates that we were getting before, where I was taking up like most of the day, just like update after update after update, I'm doing that on that back end.
We're far enough
back end now.
Yeah.
So it's a lot less for you guys to worry about. And I'm really focusing on trying to get the game smoother too. I want to make sure that it loads quicker and it just kind of has more of a smoother process as we go along, which we'll get there. Anyway, we're moving on. That's not what we're here for. We're here for this draft. We need to get this thing going. These guys are waiting on us. So looks like we got everybody in there except for Martin. Martin, I know you're in the audience though, and Story, I know you guys are both in the audience, so I'm sure you'll jump in into your turn, as well as myself. So I think we're ready to go ahead and kick this bad boy off. Billy, what do you say?
Let's get it starting.
Sorry for the delay, gentlemen.
Let's go. Good luck.
Right, and here he goes. I just told you guys what happened, right? You're not supposed to do that,
Yeah.
It's the right move. Everybody, you got to take gives. I feel like there's a pretty much a locked in top two. That's just me. A lot of people, they go whichever way they want to, but
guess who got worked out in Lions camp this week?
I don't even know if I want to hear this question.
Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt went to Lions camp this week and was working out. So I don't know. I've heard nothing else about it, but isn't that funny?
So I am in that situation, and I'm going to go ahead and take Puka. I know that there's a lot of question marks around him, but I think that Puka, before any of the questions kind of came up with the most recent news, he was the locked in 4. I think as far as physically and capable season-wise, he could easily be the wide receiver 1 this year. So I'm okay taking him there. But I am coming around to you guys in the Amon-Ra camp. I know you guys are in the Amon-Ra camp. We talked about that with Scott. I'm coming around to it. So, we'll see how that plays out. But that's where I'm sitting right now. 5 running backs and 2 receivers to start this draft. Look at that. I mean, what do you think of that, Billy? Five
think
running backs, man.
Old guard did what he did. 5 running backs. Yes, it shallows up. It's after you get after pick 2, it's kind of hard because you could take. I debated Puka.
What she said.
Could have reached on Jonathan Taylor.
Got sniped.
About Amon-Ra, who just went in the 10th? With the 10th pick?
I'm 10. I'm 10.
9. Yeah, you're 10. That's what it was.
Okay.
Are you okay? Are you gonna make it, Chris? You seem.
This
pretty
is what I've been
upset about it.
doing, so I feel like I should do something different. No, you know what I'm gonna do? And I clicked the wrong button. He's my number 5 running back. I love him. I'm looking for. He has 11 touchdowns last year. His efficiency was like 4.4 yards, so there's plenty of room for growth there. I love Chase Brown this year.
I know I said the other day that I would take Cantu over him. I'm going to walk back on that quite a bit. I'm actually going to moonwalk back on that. that was definitely not the right thing.
Especially
because I thought about it. Like I was like, what was I thinking there? Because I definitely would take Chase Brown if I'm sitting on the clock, and I've actually done it in a couple of drafts. So I got to tell the audience that I lied to you. Don't listen to me. I'm just a entertainer masking as an analyst.
All right.
Oh man, like CD Lamb going in the 111 spot. I wonder if Spliskin was hoping for him drop there.
That's who I had. I was going to take either Lamb or Chase Brown.
Ooh,
Wow! Yeah, look at the double tapping
Spliskin.
tight end, baby. Look at that. He likes his tight ends. That's right. I said it. Way to go, Spliskin. I think, you know what? I think that's a not a bad move in a TEP 0.5. I've never hated it. Those are the 2 guys I would take early if I do. And you've seen me do it quite a bit, huh, Billy? I've taken one of those 2 guys in second round almost every time.
It dries the pool up a lot. And if I realized that he had the 12th pick, and I didn't realize quick, but I knew he would have did that. I don't think that's the first time he's done that. I've seen that in a couple drafts. But definitely weakens the pool in a 12-teamer. We'll get people probably reaching for tight ends.
Yeah.
See what happens.
I think this is my first share of Barkley this year. I have not really picked him a whole lot because I got a little burned on him last year. And it wasn't a homer pick. I just don't own much. So I was like, I'm going to try a different build here.
I don't believe Hendricks at all, by the way.
I missed it.
He's going all everything. I'm like, yeah, okay.
He took the Hampton style pick there,
See, there goes Nico. So I was thinking Nico would fall to me because he's been that kind of guy. And I didn't want it to happen technically because I would like to be able to go a different direction. But I thought for sure there's a chance that Nico would be sitting there and I'd have no choice but to like debate it. There's another guy too that I would love to see go off the board too. And that's not who it is. That's actually the guy I was targeting. So thanks a lot, Hashi. You're the man. I appreciate that. I tried to talk everybody out of taking it before me, but you didn't listen. Oh yeah. You guys did it to me too. Now I got this other guy here. This is one of the other guys I didn't want to think about. I think I'm gonna go ahead and bypass and take Walker here. I'm gonna do the running back room and make sure that I don't leave myself high and dry there.
Same here. I needed a running back. It was either Walker or Henry. So once you took Walker, I made my decision easy. Yeah,
right. It's it's tough right there, man. That's a spot where you got to make sure you solidify that top back. I think hero back at minimum is where you have to go in drafts this year. Like it's just tough right now. The running backs are flying off the board. There's a huge cliff, which happens right about Warren. I would say it's Jalen Warren is the guy that I think is the huge cliff, right? So wow, look at that.
That's also
is Jalen Warren at the bottom of the cliff, or is he on?
I would, yeah, he's like right on the edge of the cliff. He's like if you count him as the cliff, you missed it with Jalen Warren, and you still got to take him, or you could say that. He's the last one before this.
Yeah, I think he fell off the cliff because he's not even my favorite back in his backfield.
I'm not a huge fan of him either. I do think that I hate seeing it when it's Warren. I always end up bypassing the position and just waiting because I don't like him any better than like a Rashad White, a Rico Dowdle, like you said, Kenneth Gainwell. I don't like Warren better than any of those names.
Yeah,
enough to take him as early as he is, and that is the cliff. 100%.
I feel like you know exactly what you're getting. Jalen Warren, I know what I'm getting. Like, I don't feel like I'm not like, ooh, he's got some big upside this year. Wow, Drew's team, number 1. I like it. That is a
Gibbs Neighbors Buka.
it's interesting. I like it.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
I just mean it's not something I've really seen before.
I should
now
look down so much.
Neighbors
I
is
forget that I'm on the air sometimes, and I'm all like, all they're staring at the top of my head the whole time.
I'm gonna.
Thank you, Billy. I mean, well, not thank you, but at this point, I have to take him, so it makes it an easy decision.
I didn't want to reach on a running back. I felt like it was too early to reach on a running back.
Yeah, I'm not taking the running back either, but London sitting there makes it an easy answer for me.
That's Scott's favorite player there, Drake London.
I know he hates him, but I can't pass on London in that.
No way, London's great, and he's built for what Tua's going to be. I think London and Tua.
What do you mean? You mean Penix?
Well, and Penix loves London, so I think he's going to be all right.
Since taking an already banked up Walker is a bold strategy. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. See if it pays off for him. That's such a good one.
What do you do?
I wish I was wearing my Average Joe shirt now. So let's see what Hashi the Goat does.
Man, you're right. There's not a lot that I love right here. That
I know. See, you're in that spot, dude. That's why I'm telling you, I do not like the back end. It feels good when you get the first two rounders because you're like, yeah, I got two nice solid players. But then by the time the third round comes around, you're like, crap.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a cliff that it literally just hit pretty much right here, right where with Pickens is the end of it, in my opinion. Now you're like, all right, now I'm into a tier where I'm like, I'm not as excited about these guys. Yeah,
I don't like Hashi the Goat. It's not.
I knew you were gonna go after him if he was there. He's a steal at that point. It's a great move, I think, for Hashi. I've drafted a few drafts with him. He does what he's doing in quite a few of these drafts. So I don't like drafting with certain people, and that means that I'm giving you props because
they're good.
Means I've drafted a lot of the same guys you are. Story, he's another one. I always end up next to him, and I dread it. I get so mad when I see that he's next to me. If I'm at the end of the draft and he's next to me, it's like a double whammy. It's like a 1-2, like 2-2.
Just get beat up.
Having certain people on the rip back right behind me. Like I hate being 11.
Yesterday we did a fast draft, Billy, with what was that one that we did yesterday for? I can't remember what the prize was on that one.
Was it the Addison? No, the Addison was a slow. Was it, or was that?
No, it was the Jefferson. It was the JJ. It was the Justin Jefferson jersey, and I ended up right in the middle of two guys, and I knew as soon as the draft started, I was like, God, this is gonna suck. And literally every pick, it felt like I was getting sniped, like boom, boom, and I was at like 10, and they were at like 11 and 9, so it was like I had only a few picks between picks, and like I just like, okay, I'm gonna take this guy. This guy should be fine. Boom, nope. Like, okay, damn it, now I'm stuck with that. Okay, I'll take this guy. Then I should try to get this. Boom, boom. And like, oh, dude. It was killing me, man. I feel so terrible about that team now because of the way that I just could not get a team together that I was happy with. It was terrible.
My least. Well, when he gets picked, I'll explain. But there's a guy that right now is killing me when you're listening to any. Martin,
I knew you were gonna do that. You son of a frizzer. Although I probably would have waited one more time. I don't think Splits can take 3 tight ends.
Yeah.
I think you could have waited on the next to the come around and taken him on your 4th rounder and taken whoever else you wanted now.
Yeah.
I think the hype on Loveland is definitely going up, man, because I've been seeing Warren go like a round and a half after him recently. Loveland's definitely moving up. Like mid-30s.
Loveland or Warren, you mean?
No, Loveland is. I'm saying Warren, in this draft, he moved up, but I've been seeing Warren, like I'll see him in the next line in the 4th round, sometimes the beginning of the 5th round even. And I'm like, man, people are really bumping. And when I see that, if I'm the guy that drafted London, which is typically how it is, I'm like, oh, I could have had Warren like a round and a half later. They should go hand in hand in my mind. Maybe Warren a little bit behind just based on, Daniel Jones is supposed to start week 1, though. It does sound like he's going to be back.
Yeah. Martin, I'm going to have to go ahead and disagree with you on that one. Yes. I do not think he was going to take another tight end at that point. 2 tight ends, or like that, okay, that's one thing. But to snag a 3rd one in your top 4 picks, that's like Sean crazy, and he's not like that guy.
Yeah. Now at 5'12", Sean would definitely take one. That's for sure. No doubt, you definitely would.
But and look at Martin going with the 2nd quarterback off the board, and a guy that has been slipping on boards, it feels like, lately. Remember early on in draft season, like way back early on in draft season, when Drake May was the like consensus number 2 quarterback off the board, and like all the early super flex drafting that happened this year, like Drake May was just like flying off the board always.
I think a single thing has knocked him off, and it's everyone is talking about that schedule. And you know what, dude? If you look at that schedule, it's not great, but it's not like the worst schedule I've ever seen either. But I think that is what people are afraid of. I mean, he just got a huge weapon.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was exactly what I was going to say is like his situation got better from between now and the beginning of the off. Damn, Love went. I was hoping Love would make it all the way back to me, and he almost did.
I almost took him.
I was close. He was coming to me. I was all over that. But anyways, I forgot what I was going to say now. I completely lost my train of thought because he sniped.
We were talking about Drake May and AJ Brown.
But yeah, that's right. And Drake May's situation only got better over there. So his schedule was the schedule since it got released, right? So what's the difference between then and now that Drake May is like dropping so much farther when he gained a legitimate wide receiver number 1? It's just an odd situation for me. I can't really wrap my head around what's going on here.
Yeah.
Damn, these RBs are drying up.
I know. There's one that I really like right now. Yeah.
You're gonna.
I think I'm gonna. I think I gotta take this guy because he's still there. I can't let him slide any longer. I know. I don't know if that's gonna be a good or bad thing in the end, but we'll see. Oh, look, we both took it. We both went cray right there. You said you just want to hold my hand. You're like, if you're going off the hill, I'm going with you, buddy.
You know who was ahead of Bucky in my queue?
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Can't Scataboo. Yeah.
Nah, I'm not.
Oh, that's so funny, bro. We totally like Thelma and Louise this draft, bro.
It's like that scene in Backdraft, like
Give
you
me your
go,
hand,
we go, where they're
man.
holding arms.
Wide receiver,
You go,
wide
we
receiver,
go.
Running back, wide receiver, running back. What do you want to take next time? I'll take quarterback.
Son of a. Come on, I was gonna take Judkins.
It is drying up.
So
this is the first point where I'm actually feeling good about taking those first 2 running backs now, because I'm like, well, at least I have 2 solid ones.
Wow, Berserker with the second quarterback in the top 5 picks.
I hope he knows it's not super flex.
Yeah,
I know.
Although it would be obvious at this point, there's only been 3 quarterbacks taken.
Yeah, right. If you don't know it's super flex and you're still drafting, then we have a whole other discussion to have with you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy because he's slipping like crazy, and I think now would be not a bad time to do it.
I was hoping that Burrow would get to me in the next round. I was like, I'm not gonna take him this time, but hopefully he gets back to me. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly. I would have been okay with Burrow coming back around because you want that stack for Chase, absolutely.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll trade him. No, I'm just.
I did see that, Martin. Yeah, that was pretty funny, man. I think it's a great move when you have the opportunity to get him at the right price. But if you're reaching to get that type of situation, then it's scary because you might have missed out on some valuable talent. But I do it too. I can't talk mess. You know, that's throwing stones, living in a glass house for sure.
Exactly. Ooh, Jadarian. Oh, you
just got double sniped. Oh, I knew it too. He just got the old one too. The poof poof.
Tucker was exactly where I was going right now.
Oh, bro, you just were about to get nailed. You said Berserker's drinking heavily.
Man, this is
so funny. Oh, by the way, guys, this is just Dr. Pepper in my koozie today. All right, we're not getting drunk over here. This is just normal goofy ass Sean today.
Man, this is kind of.
What are you gonna do now, buddy?
Well, I feel like
there's one move that I think you're basically obligated to make. There it is, right there.
Yeah, I mean, I need a running back there.
That's the way to go. Plus, you're handcuffing them now. You got Martin and Spliskin behind you, who probably were both looking at him as the last of a tier. So
yeah, lucky for them, they need wide receiver too. So there's a lot.
This draft on the running back room on this draft though has gone a lot different. Billy, how crazy has it been in some of the drafts that we've seen lately? Remember we talking about that the other day in one of your drafts where I waited until I think the 5th round to take my first running back and was still able to get on the turn and got like Monty and somebody else that was like a solid back. I think it's Judkins or something like that.
Yeah.
And you were like,
draft goes, this draft, like most of the running backs went early. Look at Williams at the beginning of the 3rd round. Like that's rough. But you can't knock him because of how the first 2 rounds went.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Sorty sniped me multiple times there. Javante, Kraft, Amon-Ra. I wanted like all those guys. I agree. I think you were able before to get Monty, and then you could grab a guy like Chuba Hubbard, who now, unfortunately, his value's down based on Brooks moving up and also Hubbard having some injury issues. And then you would grab a guy like Pollard, and you were like, this is not the best running back room, but I'm so stacked everywhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But look at the situation we just talked about. But at 5'12", Jalen Warren goes off the board at 5'12". Bayshaw Tootin at 5'10". The running back Cliff, did not even make it through the first 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. That's why.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're playing 2 running backs and some flex spots in your lineups, you hit 5 running backs to start your draft, I will not hate you. I think you might end up with a really good team that you're happy with at the end of that draft.
What was that you drafted? Was it in the Brees Hall helmet league?
I think it was. It was one of those leagues. Like I was like, I think it was maybe one of the card leagues actually. If I remember correct, but it was right around the same time as the Brees Hall helmet league. But I did that exact thing we talked about. I think it was in the 1 hole or the 2 hole or something like that, right? And I did it like 5 running backs to start or was it 12? Maybe it was 12 now that I think about it. But either way, I was like 5 backs, dude. And everybody else, like they faded backs a little bit in that draft. So I ended up with like 5 like steal backs.
Yeah. You had the first round pick in that draft.
Was it the first spot? So it was. I knew it was on the end.
You had Bijan and then came back with something like a Hampton and a Walker or something
like that. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I have to go back and look at that league if I have the opportunity while we're doing this draft. I'll try to sneak it in. But it was exactly like you said, and the way that the people were drafting around me, it kind of like freaked some people out. And so then like they started going crazy on backs after I did my 5. And that ended up giving me the opportunity to like fill out a pretty decent receiver room. I think I have like Devontae Adams as my first receiver in that league, which isn't obviously the greatest thing in the world, but he's still like a solid best ball receiver to have. And I've got a pretty deep receiving core because I didn't have to attack running back for the rest of the draft. I pretty much just went everything else, receiver, tight end, quarterback throughout the next 15 rounds or whatever it was, or 13
and at the end, you can grab all those rookies, man. There's so many rookies right now that are hyped. You can get them so late. When is Billy dropping the Randy Moss? Oh, there you go, bud.
Yeah, it's common. Maybe story stop asking for it.
Hmm.
Can we talk about how it's hard to listen to any fantasy content right now?
I hate you guys so much.
With Travis
Etienne right now, trying to answer that Randy Moss question. I'm like, I need to make a pick. I don't know. I got sniped like the past 3 guys.
I know. I was gonna take one of the tight ends and like boom, 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 just like that.
Fannin and Lamar were my top choices.
I think I gotta take Kittle. It's the only option that I feel like left that's in that tier if he's healthy. Jeez. So now you're stuck in that boat we just talked about. You're that 11th guy, dude. You and Drew are 11 and 12, right?
I'm out there. No, I'm out there.
Somebody got 2. There's 2 people that took 2 tight ends, so there's actually a few of us that are.
I don't have a tight end
outside looking in.
Yeah, I'm on the outside. I have a guy I like still. That's not him, but I have a guy I like still.
He might not make it back to you.
I know. Let's talk about the fact that Travis Etienne changed his name from Travis Etienne to Travis Etienne just to ruin fantasy for us. Do you know this?
What?
Travis Etienne is no longer. He changed his name.
Like legally?
No. He says that the Creole pronunciation of his name is Etienne, which sounds an awful lot like Devon Etienne. So now when you're listening to fantasy analysis, I thought it was a joke. Like they were calling him like he's like the secondary Devon Etienne. No, that is what he wants to be known as now. Travis Etienne. He's no longer Travis Etienne.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That's out there. You do you, buddy. You do you.
But it's really hard for fantasy because now when we're talking about him, you're going to have to say that. You're going to have to say I'm talking about Travis Etienne when, there's something about.
Can I say it? I want to look up like how they say it, like how with the Creole accent. So that I can say it exactly like that as best as I possibly can.
100%. You should.
Because I can say Etienne and then I could say, "Aching!"
Yeah.
That's probably nowhere near it, but
Yeah.
I have no idea what an accent is supposed to be like for that. I'll have to look it up, but whatever it will be, I'll make it fun. Oh, I think I'm about to take your guy, dog.
That was my guy. He just got him, Billy. I want Jake Ferguson.
I wanted Ramondre, but he didn't fall.
I was gonna go with either Ferg or Likely, most likely. Ha ha ha. Pun intended.
I mean, I know who I'm taking now, but Elav might take him.
He says Etienne. He says Etienne. Is that right?
I know it sounds, when people are saying it, they're saying HN, which sounds just, oh man, wow.
We got a question here, guys. Hold the phone. Angus McKay, I5Y, is asking, half PPR guillotine league, would you rather have Tootin or Warren? I'll take Tootin.
Tootin every time.
I think I'd take Tootin over Warren in pretty much any league. You know, it would have to be some crazy weird scoring set up to make that change my mind. But yeah, I'd go with Tootin all day, Angus, for sure.
Warren has not given me enough.
I know Pittsburgh's a weak guy, but I still take
Rico. I think Rico is going to have a lot of play in that offense, dude.
That's what I was going to say. He stole the backfield last year, and I think he's going to do the same exact thing, and not steal, but Jalen will get his touches. But I agree with you 100%, dude. That's going to be.
And correct me if I'm wrong now. Pittsburgh's Mike McCarthy. Did he draft him in Dallas? Wasn't he in Dallas, Mike McCarthy?
I don't know.
Am I mixing it up?
Yeah, I guess he was a Cowboy originally, right? Oh, there he goes. We're talking about him.
Was Mike McCarthy the?
So Mike McCarthy's been there for I think 3, but wasn't he the offensive coordinator before? No, he wasn't, right? Was he offensive coordinator before he was head coach there?
I think he was OC. I think he was head coach at Green Bay, but then he didn't. Did he go to OC at Dallas?
That's what I'm saying. He was definitely he's the one that won with Rodgers, but then you're right.
He was the OC after Green Bay,
and then he had like
in Dallas, right? Was that when Rico was drafted?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'd have to look that up. It definitely is very close. If not, man, Michael Wilson too. That's another steal.
I'd be curious to find that out too, because if so, then like that means that there's that connection there that goes beyond, just him signing him as a free agent, seeing liking what he did last year. Like he might have had, a twinkle in his eye for Rico from way back in college.
I mean, it's possible.
Oh man, you guys, there's certain players on the board that I really like that I don't think I'm gonna have a chance at because you guys are gonna be meanies.
Yeah, I'm still looking
too. Have you ever heard the story that Will.i.am talks about Michael Jackson saying that Prince tried to run him over with a car?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
That story is so funny.
You told us this story. That's how I know the story now. I think about it.
Oh, that's right. I did tell you guys about it.
I think you told me this story.
Oh, that's so funny. Every time I hear the word meanie, it just like instantly makes me think of him saying it. He's a meanie. Prince a meanie. Oh, man. J.K. Dobbins. I've been getting him in a ton of leagues lately. He's the last starting running back on the board at that point.
Yep.
Oh, I think that's a really good move right there, dog. I love that pick right there for you.
The only thing that makes me scared is that Jonah Coleman, that somehow or J.K. Dobbins' legs. Those are the two scariest things.
Yeah, well, you can protect yourself potentially. Why are you guys taking my players? All 3 of you guys in a row. I hate you guys. Brian Thomas and Marvin Harrison were the two I was eyeballing. I wanted at least one of the 2 to drop back to me. Yeah, and I can't even get there with you guys. You guys are so mean. Why can't you guys be nicer to me? I want this helmet. That's so mean. God. Ugh. I'm just kidding, you guys. You guys draft who you want. I don't hate on anybody for drafted. I just like to tease.
But if you want to write who you're drafting in the comments and want me to tell you whether or not to take them right before me, please do.
You know who I'm going to take, right? Jonathan Bleeping Brooks.
All right.
I'm going to say bleep you.
I call dude.
Would you call him back and forth tonight, I guess? Oh, man.
I met up
with Colin Ambulance.
James Cook 2.0 right here.
How about a Lamburger and some French fries?
And now I'm back to square one.
I legitimately went to a bar today and met up with 2 of my favorite fantasy 2 people, my buddy Sean and my buddy Steve, and I told them the Jonathan Flippin' Brooks story because they love the ballers, and I was like, "You got to hear this story, dude." I'm like, "This poor guy was embarrassed," and then they were like, "You have to talk to him, dude. You have to bring this guy back down." He was so excited. He's the first person I want to meet at the Expo if he goes next year.
Yeah, you're talking about the footballers?
No, the fan. I want to meet Jonathan Flippin Brooks. That's the guy. I wanna
Oh
hang out
yeah,
with all
you want to
weekend.
meet in West Virginia? Oh
That's
yeah,
my.
dude,
That's
he's
my. That's
cool
who
as
I
hell.
want to meet the
Brandon is his
most.
name, but he's gonna be coin West Virginia here.
So,
But yeah, he's awesome, man. You'll meet him for sure. He says he's gonna
Somebody-
bring his son next year too, so you should bring your daughter.
Someone in one of my leagues had Jonathan Brooks do a cameo for the draft order, and bro, it was only $35, which is actually cheap for a running back.
Yeah.
And
That
it was
is pretty cheap. Yeah,
By the
you
way-
saying that you want to have a cameo? I mean, we could look at that for next Thursday. I mean, actually, we're getting too close to season now. I think
was thinking-
next Thursday is actually the day after, right? Are we on that? Is it? No, wait, we got one more weekend, right?
We have
Am I
one
looking
more.
ahead?
Yeah.
My mind's all over the place.
No,
right
no,
now.
no.
I'm trying
It's
to do
this
like
weekend
800
and next
more.
weekend.
Yes.
Do I
We don't
just go
start
ahead and do
Sundays,
this
though.
now? This is the
Yeah.
question.
Look at him. He's thinking now. Let's keep talking to him, Bill.
You guys
Next-
go ahead and talk your minds off. I don't even care.
Let's
what you
talk.
do. I know.
Come
what
on,
I'm
Sean.
thinking.
Let's.
Next Sunday,
I'm stacking Puka with my boy Stafford, of course. You know I gotta do that.
I almost took him in the last round just to be like, ha ha ha. That's how I draft.
That's my evil laugh.
next Sunday we got a marathon coming. 10 a.m. 10 p.m. East Coast time. Fast dress every hour.
Wow.
Jerseys, helmets, all different
Dude,
stuff.
I do not want to be you at the end of
he's
this season when
scammy.
you have to figure all this out. All right.
Awesome. All right.
How the mighty have fallen, dude. I feel like I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, wow. I mean, I don't normally take him round 9, pick 10. Before he was going like 6th, and now he's down in like the 13, 14 range.
If
You're a
I
big
didn't have Puka already, I probably would have taken him over Stafford, hoping Stafford comes back. But I do like Jackson. I think he's slipping way too far. Go ahead, Billy. Sorry.
No, I said Chris is a big fan, big Jackson Dart fan. You know.
Yeah, huge Jackson Dart fan. When he runs
just
with his head up the whole time. I love when he does that.
Especially Cam Scatterboo. You know.
Yes, Cam Scatterboo's my favorite.
Yeah, he's a good role model.
My daughter, yes, is growing up to love him, and she'll see him as a role model. Man, there's a lot going on here.
Speaking of role models, man, how cool is Almond Green to give us that drop in the?
I forgot to mention that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool of him, man. You talk about a class act right there, man. That dude is an awesome guy. So sad to hear about his diagnosis shortly after we met him like that. It was just crazy. But hopefully he's doing well, and he's got his mind on the fight.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it, man. I mean, I'm having not gone through it. I mean, that's from what I hear. That's the way to do it, is to attack it.
Yep, bleep Parkinson's, right?
Right, 100%.
Yeah, for sure. Malik Washington, the 13th. He's creeped up a lot. Oh wait, no, I think I clicked on a slow draft.
That's a different draft.
Oh,
However,
out. The app goes crazy now because of all these notifications. I clicked on a thing, all of a sudden I'm on another. draft.
Are you making excuses for the next snipe that you're about to get already, dog? Are you like prepping for the snipe that's coming? Is that what's happening here?
No, I went to mute a notification and it just popped me in a draft board. Sleeper just makes bad updates sometimes.
it does.
They do, bro. Whatever those little drop down notifications they decided to do, whoever decided to do that deserves to be in the unemployment line tomorrow, because that's a terrible decision. Like, it literally drops down right in front of every time you're trying to tap for the close button or the like jump back button or whatever, and it instantly takes you to whatever that notification was about. So now all of a sudden you're on some random league you didn't even think about at the moment because you were in the middle of trying to decipher something in a draft. And I'm not talking like this at all to keep Chris distracted while he's on the clock. It has nothing to do with that whatsoever.
Yes.
I really want to know about your day, Chris. How was it? Did you do camp today? Or are you back?
It
at
was
school?
better
What's
before
going on
Patrick
in
Mahomes
class?
got picked because I was going to go Dart Mahomes. This is too early. I don't care. I think this dude's going to be good.
Oh, you son of a Frizza. I agree. I
he's
think
gonna
he
be
looks
good.
really solid, man.
He's
You
my
made
fourth
two
wide
really good
receiver.
picks right there. Jackson Dart, Casey Concepcion, I think are both solid plays in my opinion. He's getting a lot of play out there, dude. As long as those quarterbacks can hit. There's another one, DeJon Stribling. He's climbing.
So
up
those
draft
were the
boards
two.
too.
I was between Concepcion and Stribling, to be honest.
Yeah, both those players are solid picks right there, guys. I mean, I hate to say it because I was coming up behind you. I was hoping they'd be here, but and I can't hate you for doing it. It's the right
No.
move in my opinion. All right, I think I'm gonna have to go one specific route if the option is there for me.
All right, having one PBR.
Oh, here it is. It starts.
Oh shit!
Here it
Just
comes,
one.
Spyborg.
I saw Cyborg in before. Thank you, Brundle. Yeah, I was going to take Mahomes.
Oh, wait, Vay. Do I do this now?
But also, dude, Brock Purdy, how much time you spend looking at his numbers, dude? You get him later in the draft. Brock's numbers are ridiculous, and this is probably the best, wide receiver room he's ever had, if Evans can stay healthy at all.
Mm-hmm. Purdy's a guy that, like, especially if I'm getting Kittle like I am, had Purdy been there,
Yeah, nice
I would have considered him for the stack. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, I would have. Stribling, they're talking about looking a lot like, what's his name, T.O. in practice. That's like the whole, like, scuttlebutt, right?
Yep.
Coming out of there is that he's looking like T.O. and everybody's getting all these, like, goosebumps from that. So he's been climbing up draft boards like crazy. I think him and Jonathan Brooks are probably the two, like, biggest climbers during the offseason of this year. I think they're going to win the biggest climber award, which
Especially
we should do offseason award called the biggest climber award. That's a good idea. I'm going to have to write that down.
But especially in the last month.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think that slight injury to Chuba was like what, the catalyst for what happened with Jonathan. That plus is like, the good talk coming out of practice for him. That was really what pushed him up the board. And then Stribling, I think it's been strictly injury related. The injury that Mike Evans is potentially dealing with, Kittle coming off of his injury, the Achilles power lines nearby, like all of that is, getting everybody to want to jump on that bandwagon pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right. I think I know where I'm going to go with this pick. I think.
No news on Tajay. Nobody's talking about Tajay Spears at all. I still think I would like to have him as a piece on the team as well. He's still going to have a role. Wow, Mark Andrews.
You son of a... Thanks, Billy.
So you said you're going to go. It should be a quick pick.
Yeah.
I was, until you done stole my guy.
They have a kid that's playing pretty well in preseason named what's his name?
Mark Andrews? No.
Yeah, no. Because right now there's nobody really behind him. Kid named, I think his name's Matthew Hibner. And they think he looks pretty good. Because right now they don't. And that team does like to use two tight ends. So there's going to be a role for somebody else there, or Zay Flowers is going to get 1 million targets, one or the other.
God, oh my God, I'm going to panic pick.
Oh, Sean, tell us about your day. Tell us about
I'm taking Murray.
That's what I was going to take.
I hate you guys. You can blame Billy.
It was Kyler Murray.
I was all ready to go.
It was Kyler Murray for me. Rashid Shaheed. Billy, do we get any return yard points in this league? Probably not, right?
No return yard.
They did pay him, though. Like, they're going to use him more.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Rashid Shaheed.
Their wide receiver too.
Yeah, they'll have some packages for him. Like, think about like how the Chiefs used Xavier Worthy.
Yeah,
like I feel like that's going to be the kind of role that he'll have in their offense. That's what I'm anticipating anyway. So
yeah,
he's a good guy to have in like Billy's kicker league.
Oh, thank God.
That was an interesting draft.
You know what? Wait, I'm going to hear about this. You know what I'm going to do in the 11th round, pick 10? I'm taking an angry Baker Mayfield who wants a new contract.
Ooh, see, that's what I was back and forth between. After Billy took Mark, I was back and forth between Kyler and Baker.
Yeah.
That really was, man.
Wait, so Billy, were you talking about a kicker league?
Yeah, I ran a kicker league with just it was all flexes and 2 kickers. No QB. You can't say 2 tight ends. But and it was just special team scoring, whether it was a field goal kick or or return yards, return touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I think it was an 8-teamer. What was it? Was it an 8 or a 10-teamer? I don't remember.
I think it was a 10-teamer.
Yeah, I think it was 10. For a Sebastian Janikowski autograph statue.
I was going to say that would be a fun league
Yeah.
to break down. That sounds
It
like a
was
fun
crazy,
league to
dog.
break down.
Like the way that you would think
draft.
it would play out, right? Like it's really hard to know whether you should go after kickers or after kick returners.
Yeah,
Like what's the better approach, you know?
The dude from Tennessee, the kick returner from Tennessee, he went first overall.
Yeah. Chimere
Like-
DK.
Yeah. He's probably not. He's not even 20% owned in most leagues, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Yeah, he went first overall, and then I think the next one off the board was another kick returner. Who was it? It was your boy Turpin from Dallas, right? He was
Javonte.
pick 2.
That's who I would have taken with the first pick I had.
I like Turpin.
Yeah, me too. I would have taken Turpin with the first pick too if I was him. But I mean, DK had like a great year when you actually looked it up after that, and I was like, well, I understand the take, you know, at that point. Yeah. But like I was really back and forth too on like what to do. I wanted to take Ray Davis, then he went right before me. I'm like, oh man, because I know he was going to potentially return both kicks and punts because you want to attack both kick and punt returners right out the gate. That's what you want. You want the guy who's returning both of them, not just one or the other. So the first few picks were focused on that.
Can I want to. Did I snipe you with orange? No, Martin, you didn't. Although his value there is nice. I do want to bring up this point, Hendrick's story. I agree with you, actually. That is a really good point. He said you can't say that team likes to go use two tight ends anymore, meaning the Ravens, because now, you know, they definitely changed head coach. You know, Harbaugh's gone.
Yeah.
And is a
But now, what does that mean for Likely, though, right? Does Likely and Johnson have a role together now? And Johnson's like literally dropping to like almost undrafted in most every draft.
Yeah.
So, like, you think like Johnson is a late round guy to take a flyer on? It seems like people are just bypassing him altogether now.
So I hope so, because I have him in so many drafts thinking I loved Theo Johnson before the Likely trade. I loved him. And because you get him so late, I really wanted him. And I have him on a ton of best balls that we drafted early.
I'm going to clip you saying I really wanted him, by the way.
I really wanted him. Yeah.
Oh, you gave me even a better one to clip. Thank you. That must be the PBR.
Yeah.
You should slow. Yeah, you should slow it down a little bit too, just a little bit more.
I don't know, man. I think he needs to speed it up, dude. He's not even. He's. I love it.
We're gonna have a new intro next week, guys. It'll just be me saying I wanted him like 50 different ways. Somebody took Jacoby Lane this early.
Yeah, dude, you didn't see that happen. I thought you were gonna say something about it. You didn't. So I was like,
busy.
I guess you just assumed you wouldn't make it all the way back.
Worrying about who I love or whatever. Wando. Yeah.
Move it up a little so these guys don't have to stare at the bottom of the screen.
I'm looking, yeah. Billy, that was a good pick. That CJ Stroud pick. I didn't realize you only had one quarterback.
Yeah,
I wanted Goff too.
There, but and I was gonna wait till this round for QB, but somebody took Charbonnet.
Did I snipe you again?
Yeah, but it was. I'd rather have Andrews than Charbonnet, so I'll take my snipe over your snipe.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
There's a guy down the list at running back that I want to talk about once he gets taken. I think I spent too much money. I just spent some money in a $100 fob, situation.
Hey, why don't you throw for him on the clock? No.
Yeah, when Sean's on the clock, you mean?
No, I'd rather. I want to.
You'd rather know who it is. He got dropped, and I spent $11 on him, and now I'm like, ugh, I spent way too much on him. But it's somebody I wanted on my team, and I don't think should have got dropped.
Yeah, there's a point in time where I feel like I might have to do something here.
I'm looking. Hold on. I mean, you have a hole right now, a small hole, but you have a little bit of a hole.
There's nobody else right now that I think I should be worried about. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take him. Even though he's got a lot of injury risk, we know he's going to miss some time to start the season, probably the first 4 weeks. He's my fourth receiver at this point, so I will go ahead and take Tyson. And this is the time that I feel like you want to start considering him, right? I think this is a little early. Let me put that out first. I wouldn't have taken him this early if I didn't think there's no way he's coming back to me by the time I get back to the 13th round. I know Jonah was your guy. I've almost looked at him too.
I was totally going to grab him. Way to go, old guard.
I wanted to talk about Tyson for a minute too, because I do think that 13 to 16 is where if you wanted him on your team for value, and do you think that there's a chance he becomes that value play, then that's the rounds that I think you go after him. where are you guys at on him? Are you even touching him at all, or do you have a range that you try to draft him at, or are you just like hands off?
So personally, I'm not touching him in redraft at all right now, and the only reason is he's a rookie wide receiver. He needs those reps. However, in best ball, if he can get himself together by the end of the season, as long as I'm getting him late in drafts, then that I would definitely do. So, 13's a little rich by 15. I mean, he's uber talented, like I said, and I always describe him as like a rubber band. Like when I physically watch him, oh my God, Martin, we got to get rid of Martin. Martin's out of the community. Cyrus Allen, that's the guy, dude.
Cyrus Allen over Worthy, I think, is a pretty spicy take.
Bold, yeah, but dude, the way he looks in camp, obviously every year we have some of these guys.
We always say that though about Chiefs.
I know.
Like, remember when Sky Moore was like,
Yeah.
oh,
and they're always Chiefs, right? They're always Chiefs.
That's because everybody wants to find the next Tyreek. You know, they think Andy's gonna, has that magic in the bottle again. But go ahead, tell us all about that, Chris. What is it you were talking about there?
I'm not taking a Buffalo Bills wide receiver right here. You know what I'm taking my other favorite. Oh, did he get drafted? Dylan Sampson got drafted. I missed that. Yeah, I missed that one. Dylan Sampson and Keaton Mitchell are the two guys I'm grabbing here every time. You know who I'm going to take?
You know who took Dylan Sampson, don't you? The guy sitting next to you.
Yeah. TR.
Oh, you did. I love him, dude.
Martin with another snipe of Terrace Ferguson. I really like him. I was kind of thinking he'd come back around.
Is this too early for Keenan Allen?
Yes.
Yeah.
We both said yes.
Yeah, it is. It's too early.
I mean, I can't talk shit. I just took Tyson, and you said that was way early too. So,
well,
I can't argue with you.
Yeah.
Keenan's my most owned player. I miss getting him in the 17th, 18th round.
Yeah, that was way too early. You know what it is? I'm looking at guys like Travis Hunter, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. Sorry to whoever's going to draft Travis Hunter, but I'm done with Travis Hunter.
I don't hate on the Travis Hunter. Actually, I take him at the value when he gets to the right spot for sure, because he's going to have some package plays. And in best ball, like, it only takes a couple of those 60-yard, or one of those 60-yard plays in a game and a couple of more, end arounds or something for him to really be at least like a top flex play for you that week.
Yeah.
So to me, it's worthwhile. And then if you have any injuries at all in the top three guys, he starts to play a lot more on offense, I bet, because they don't really have depth behind any of those guys.
Ooh. I just saw somebody that I'm like, ooh, I can't believe that person's still here.
All right. I think I'm going to take my boy right now. I'm going to go homer pick right here.
That's going to be Khalil Shakir.
Yeah, I got to take him. I mean, he's another guy that I think at the value you're getting him at, it's ridiculous. He's always got a really good rapport with Josh. He's a guy that gets open quite a bit. They design specific plays for him to get the ball, especially on like money downs. He's becoming kind of that third down guy for Josh. And, that I think DJ Moore will have something to say about that too. But I think Shakir will still be included in that offense quite a bit, and he's worthwhile. You're talking about one of the most prolific offenses with the greatest quarterback in football right now. I definitely think it's worthwhile picking your 14th round.
I was talking about Jalen Warren as like what you're getting, and that was he's early. Like got to get him by round 6, 7. I think Khalil Shakir, exactly what you're getting, and in round 14, that's exactly what you want. If you can predict what you're going to get, and I really feel like he's predictable in a good way, like I like that value.
Yeah, low ceiling but high floor, that kind of situation. Yep. You want that in your 14th, 15th, 16th round, because that's where you're filling out that early depth, and then your flyers come later. That's kind of that's what you hope for. Son of a!
I knew you were going to be mad.
Come on!
It's the McMillan picky.
Berserker is one of the other guys that's constantly sniping me, man. Like, I thought for sure he'd go back. I should have just taken him first. Ugh. Why couldn't you have taken Shakira so that I could have gone McMillan first? You son of a Frizza. It's all right. It's nobody's fault. It's my fault. I had a chance at him. I didn't take him. Can't blame you guys for my own faults.
Let me look over
here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a guy right here that I think will. I gotta take my boy out. I know it's a little early for him, but he's the last starting tight end on the board.
Floor.
Yeah, another low floor. Another high floor player.
Okay, Sean Booty goes. wide receiver 2 in Houston now, most likely.
Yeah,
They have a lot of
Jordan,
guys.
that guy who does all those shorts on our channel. Speaking of which, if you guys haven't subscribed to the Sudden Death Fantasy Sports, what are you doing? Why don't you go ahead and click on that little screen right below us where there's a little thumb there. You hit that subscribe button right next to that thumbs up. And while you're there, hit the thumbs up. That would be amazing. Yeah, I do like the booty pick. That's a good pick.
And this is who I should have picked last time.
Let me see that booty drop. Let that booty drop. Is that an old? That is a song, right?
I don't know. If not, it is now. That one
Yeah,
I'm flipping.
not it is now.
That's going to be a short tomorrow. It's going to be you singing that and me going, I wanted him. Like in between.
Oh man, we could probably make a pretty dirty song if we cut up all the stuff we talk about during the draft.
I think DGen Fantasy would happily make that for us.
I think DGen Fantasy would make it for themselves.
Yes,
and they don't even need
true.
a draft. They just need any random episode they want to grab out of their compiled of episodes. Compiled. It's totally wrong word. What a kabacle.
It's a kabacle, and
it is a mess. Oh man, Caleb Black. Everybody says he's going to be the backup to Christian McCaffrey this year. I'm not sure if I fully buy that yet, but it wouldn't shock me whatsoever. I mean, would not shock me.
Did Jordan James get drafted? He must have.
I do not think so. I think he's been going after Caleb Black in most of the drafts I've seen. I mean, maybe he did. Maybe but I'm looking at the board. I don't see him anywhere, and unless he went like way earlier than he should have.
Oh, there he is. So that's who I'm going to take. I think that is the backup for CMC first. I know he's got a little injury right now, but I think that's the guy they're going to go with first. Because
I agree. He's also got a year. He's got a year in the offense, so he understands things better. We know that the coach is half blind, so he's not going to go with somebody who doesn't know the offense yet. Sorry, too soon.
Yeah. Well, what? So I mean, I've heard the story. It was a car accident, and then
it was a car accident, I guess. And he had like a pretty severe eye injury, and almost lost his left eye in the process.
Yeah. Remember last year, this time we were talking about Najee and how they wouldn't show Najee's face at all?
Yeah. Here's a guy right now that I think it's ridiculous that he's still on the board for me, and I'm going to go ahead and take him, is Cam Ward. Why is Cam Ward dropping so far? I mean, he's going behind Aaron Rodgers, Michael Penix, Jacoby Brissett, and Bryce Young. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I probably would have taken him. I would have taken him over Jacoby, to be honest. I missed him.
I'd have taken him over everybody I just mentioned.
Yeah,
all of those guys I brought up, I would have taken him over every single one of them.
Wait, dude, let's go up. I would take him over
Jones.
And Daniel Jones and
DJ Stroud. I'd be right in that range. That's right about where
and Darnold, same thing. I agree with you. DJ maybe over Malik Willis.
As a
probably over Willis too. Yeah,
he's got that dual threat ability late to get there. It's a win for sure.
Yeah, I can't believe that he's falling behind some of the other guys. That he's like when I was looking at the list, I'm like, what is he still doing on the board? I was amazed. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that is kind of shocking. Oh my God, dude! Imagine if you never took. Who was your first quarterback? Stafford. You could have Kyler Murray and Cam Ward right now at your 11th rounder and 16th rounder. I would have no problem with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with having one of the best stacks in football. Thank you very
Stafford's
much.
A good
Stop talking mess about my pick of Stafford.
I'm not. I'm saying I wouldn't mind having Kyler and Ward though as my only two. That wouldn't bother me. That's the crazy part. If you can get Ward this late.
All right. Your
team sucks. I'm just gonna keep saying stuff. Oh, you're not on the clock. I thought you were on the clock.
No, it's Berserker.
I'm
just waiting to see if he snipes me again, like he always does. Snipe it up. Ooh. Oh, Billy.
Hi.
God, I thought I
gotta
made
remember
it.
He lives in New York.
I thought I made it too. I was like, oh, he didn't snipe me, and then you did it.
I was like, yeah, he's still as well.
Why? God, can't. Oh man, I swear, I think I have more fun like crying about getting sniped than almost than drafting it. It's so much
Yeah,
fun.
that's pretty bad.
Jeez Louise. All right, now what do I do? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do what we just talked about earlier. I'm gonna take Travis. Like I said,
I mean, at this
I'm
point,
gonna
he's a
get him
dart
for
throw,
that.
right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get him for that potential.
pick.
You know, if there's any injury at all, you know, something like that.
Oh, I want to Bigsby to back up my Saquon.
Yeah. That
So why are you
Henry,
drafting 3 quarterbacks? Because I like it.
he's a good dart throw right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also why I tell people to take running backs early on in drafts and don't be worried about letting wide receivers go late. Like you can tell, like what we just talked about. Look at all the picks that are coming up now. You're going to see, like, I'd say 90% picks are going to be tight ends or receivers at this point in the draft. You know, nobody's taking any of these late flyers on running backs. Tank Bigsby's kind of one of the last ones out there. You might see a few people take a couple of guys like with their last round here and there, but for the
They might
most
just be
part, you're
grabbing
just
a
going to see
handcuff, yeah.
flyers on young receivers. You know, usually guys that have that home run potential type of talent. So I never worry about receiver if I'm looking at a board and I only have a few receivers and we're starting to climb down the board pretty deep. I know there's going to be plenty of options later that'll fill that void. Yeah, see, there goes. Yeah. So Tank Dell, I was waiting to see how long he goes. I've been taking him and stuff in drafts. I usually take him over Hunter, but I've been hearing more and more news about him having a harder time with this knee injury. So I'm concerned about that to the point to where I think I'm fading him now for the rest of the drafts because I have too much of him from the earlier time. Oh, is that Adele?
Yeah, I picked it up the other day. I was like, you know what? Why not run a little cheap fast draft for it?
Yeah, heck yeah, man. That's pretty sick. I mean, it's if you're a Texans fan, is it the black one or the dark blue one with the red outline?
The dark red, yeah. He was such a beast in rookie season. I had him in a keeper league, got all excited, had him in a couple dynasties.
Yeah, he was really a nice player in the beginning, man. Him and CJ had that connection right out the gate, and
Yeah,
he was
for sure.
really like I thought he kind of had that Deshaun Jackson style to him. You know, I mean, he didn't have that explosiveness to the level that Deshaun did.
That jerkiness,
You know?
like
Yeah. Deshaun was at another level than most everybody was with that, but you know, he has that kind of like sneaky ability that Deshaun had to just get himself in the right place at the right time and get open when need be.
Do you remember the play that he got hurt on? Wasn't it near the goal line? He was like diving.
Oh, yeah.
It was a touchdown. It was like a 20-yard touchdown pass or something, dude, like cross the field to the back pylon kind of scenario. And he caught it and everything, and then was like laying on the ground with his leg busted open. It was one of those moments that I saw it happen, and I was like, ugh!
Yeah.
it was like that just makes you cringe when you see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that. I'll always remember that one. I remember that. I remember Tyreek Hill. Remember him getting his knee looking all messed up. I was like,
that one didn't bother me as much though. I didn't mind that at all.
Oh, hey, now you're not. Calm down, buddy.
Antonio Brown getting his biggest CTE hit.
Perfect.
Oh yeah,
it was perfect, right? Vontez perfect.
Yeah, didn't Perfect get laid out too by was it Hines Ward or something?
No, by Juju.
Juju, that's what it was.
Juju, yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Played.
Is Juju? What's going on with him?
He's on the bubble with the Giants.
The fact that he still has a job in the NFL shocks me.
Is insane, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane that he's still out there running around catching passes. I can't believe it.
Wow, Fernando Mendoza in the 18th round.
All right, I'm gonna take our boy Tesla.
All right.
I like him in best ball a lot. Ooh.
You could have him.
I love Tyreek in that late in these playoff leagues.
Keon.
I should have taken it. I usually get to wait on him all the way till the last round. And I get to be that guy who gets him at the last round and be like, Frizzer as a Frizza. All right, I think I'm gonna have to pivot now. I gotta pivot. Oh, Billy.
Is that from Billy Madison?
No, Cable Guy.
Oh, that's right. When he's up against the window. That's right.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Billy.
Yeah. Oh, Billy. What are you doing? You're gonna get me killed.
Such a good movie.
Yeah. It's funny to see Matthew Broderick now as like an old man.
I know, right? You know,
I
it's
always
Ferris
think of him
Bueller.
as like a child.
Yeah, I think of him like dancing on a parade float as
like a
like, you know, an
15-year-old
80s kid.
or 18, whatever the heck he was. And one of my favorite movies with him is The Freshman with Marlon Brando.
Mm,
Did you ever see that?
yeah, that is a good
They're
one.
like eating Komodo dragon, but it turns out they're eating chicken the whole time. All these people spend all this money on. Oh, Darren Waller went. I'm going back. I'm gonna take this guy. I think they traded for him for a reason, and I don't think HN lasts the whole season. Devon HN.
I mean,
he's so.
are you
small.
talking about Hunter, Jarquez Hunter? I don't think he's going to matter, though. I think Jalen Wright's the backup.
Well, I think
He's the
Jalen Wright
guy.
is too, but Jalen Wright is nervous. Like when I watch him play, he looks nervous to me.
I don't think so. I think he looks ready to roll.
You like him?
I do. I think if anything happens to HN, I think he becomes a RB2.
Yeah, remember everybody was on Ollie last year, and
Yeah, Ollie. What happened to Ollie? Ollie's gone.
is he? I don't know.
I just mean I haven't heard his name at all.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
guys, we have a DGen fantasy sighting. Everybody,
Oh, God.
yeah, we have DGen fantasy sighting over here. They're going to contribute to our soon to be 200 views on this episode that we'll have.
How do you drop a commenter?
I know, right? These guys draft like we're the ones that don't draft,
Yeah.
coming from the guys who play in like 2 leagues their entire season.
These bots are getting slicker and slicker.
Yeah,
It's
these
starting
bots.
already, baby.
He's
We got-
right. These bots.
You guys better join us on Sundays, man, if you want to see some fun, baby. DGen Fantasy, Sudden Death Fantasy Sports coming together for a Sunday morning 2-hour show
Debacle.
prior to the start of all your NFL games during the season. You guys are going to get last-minute advice from fantasy heads like us, and then you're going to get last-minute betting advice from betting heads like them. And then you'll hear us bitch back and forth to each other because we love doing that just as much as we like talking about betting and fantasy. So please join us. It'll be Sunday mornings, 2 hours prior to kickoffs. So we'll be able to give you all the breakdowns right as they happen, the inactive list, all those good things. So, guys, make sure you tune in for that. Our first episode will be Sunday, what would that be, the 6th, I believe it is?
That's not a football Sunday though, right?
No, that's not a football Sunday, but we're going to do a pre-Sunday Sunday show.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be the breakdown on the full show and how everything's going to happen for you guys. We're going to do this one real professional, like. You know how we do it here. Yeah, thanks, Billy, for this draft too. That's a great thing there to say too. But Martin, thanks for reminding us.
No
to
problem.
say that.
Absolutely, Billy. Yeah. I mean, dude, so many things. I'm gonna need like a new house after I win all this stuff. Trader will be shirtless.
I would totally do that, but then I'd probably break my webcam, and I don't have the money right now to buy another webcam because I keep joining all these leagues that Billy puts up.
We're just trying to keep his pants on. That's all we're doing.
Like one of my favorite things about this is like waiting to see who wins the most. Like I expect to send a refrigerator-sized box to somebody this year because they won like 6 helmets and 10 jerseys.
Clem, are you on the clock in a different draft right now? And what does that sound?
It's not me.
Might be my phone on vibrate.
Like something is ticking. Do you guys hear it ticking?
No. Are you sure you're not having a stroke?
No, maybe it's in my thing.
You got a bomb on
Do we
you
need to
yet?
call 911 right now?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Are you okay? Like,
There is a
how many
ticking-
fingers am I holding up?
The ticking.
Sounds like
ticking
a
that-
heartbeat.
The sleeper metronome is on right now on my thing, and it just keeps going. It's been going on for like the last 10-second metronome. It's
I
still
think
going.
I think you got
Look,
something
lit.
going on. I don't know if it's. I think you need to go check your blood pressure or something.
I'm gonna
bro.
close my sleeper app. There, I'm getting out of here.
I don't know how's your cholesterol.
Oh, it's
Last time you
gone.
went
It's
to the
gone.
doctor.
It's gone. Okay.
Son,
Here I come, Elizabeth.
you took a deep breath. You're all good.
Oh, dude, how about we didn't say anything about Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, and
Oh,
Optimus Prime?
thank you.
Optimus Prime.
Yes,
How did we
we
not
do
talk
need to
about
talk
that?
about that. Yeah, we lost Optimus Prime today too, man. That's terrible.
That is a big 3, dude. Dolly, Tim Curry,
I
one of the most
know.
underrated actors of all time. A million great,
I know, yeah, man.
Dolly's
Shout out
obviously
to
the GOAT.
Dolly, man. I mean, you
Yeah.
talk about an icon and one of the best people out there. Like, there's certain people that like are celebrities that you're like, you know what? I am so happy that that is the personality and the person that became the star that they are. You know what I'm saying? Like they deserve every single thing that they got in life. Like Dolly is one of those people, man. She is like was like just came off as the humblest person ever. Never really like, super savvy businesswoman, but not like a cutthroat type of personality at all. Very like generous person.
Classy.
And just class act, man, all the way across the board.
She's
100%.
she's like Bob Ross or Mr. Rogers with Oprah money. Somebody who had a ton of money and could have totally ended up being a terrible person. She sold the rights to Kevin Costner bought the rights to that song that's in The Bodyguard, I Will Always Love You.
Yeah.
And he was like, I want Whitney to sing it. And then when Whitney died, she donated all the money that she had gotten, like $10 million or whatever, Dolly, and made a foundation and like named it after Whitney Houston and donated all that money. Like,
yeah, and she said that people like I saw interviews with her talking about that song specifically over the last, because they've been replaying all these old interviews and stuff since she passed. And like one of them, they asked about that specific thing, like, do you have any issues with her getting all the credit for that song? Because like even myself included, a lot of people didn't even know that Dolly wrote that song. Like, it's like not super well known that that's Dolly's original Dolly song. And like she goes, I always said I never cared if she got the credit as long as I got the cash. So I'm like, like that's the kind of person she's like. She didn't care about the credit. It wasn't about the credit. It was about writing good music and the making sure she could take care of herself because she came from poverty and she didn't ever want to be in poverty again. Like that was her motivations. Like it wasn't about being like the celebrity and being the best ever and all that. Like that just happened because she was great at what she did.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an icon among, you know what I mean? Like, she's just when I think country music, that's who I'd probably listen to. Jolene, that's like an amazing banger, dude. Yeah. Jolene is like just
it really is,
among so many others. Don't get me wrong.
It really is, man. It's such a good song. Everything about it, like, and she talks about how she wrote that song and stuff. I think she wrote like that song, the one that Whitney did, and like my girlfriend was telling me the other day, there's like 3 songs that are super famous songs that she wrote like all in the same day or something. And it was like those 2 and something, I can't remember, one of her other
something else iconic,
maybe 9 to 5 or something like that. One of her other iconic songs.
Yeah.
But she wrote them all in like one day or something. It's like it's insane the type of talent that woman had.
I mean, she just died, but he's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously that rack wasn't real, right?
I mean, come on.
But still, though, phenomenal. I mean, Dolly was the best, dude. Yeah. Dolly was the best, and Tim Curry, we can't bypass Tim, man. Old Tim Curry was the greatest, dude. And his role in Home Alone 2, I'll never forget that.
Dude, Blue is one of my favorite movies.
Never forget that. Like, I love you. Like, the way he says that, it's just so amazing, man.
Dude, he's legend. He's in Rocky Horror. He's in so many good things. He's in Hunt for Red October, right?
Yeah.
And he's in Clue. Clue's my favorite. I love Clue. Yeah, man,
he's so great, man.
Yeah.
He was really
Pennywise. He was Pennywise.
He's Pennywise. Yeah, I mean, he went all over the place, man. He was so great. And Rocky Horror Picture Show is like the first real like thing I remember him from growing up. Yeah. Like that was the first thing, and I was like, wow, look at this guy. And then like after that, the next thing I saw him in was Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
So like for me, I was just like, wow, look at the diversity in this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he was this iconic guy, and from everything I've heard too, good person, all those things too. So. It's a shame that we lost 2 iconic individuals like that. And
then Optimus. We lost Optimus today.
Yeah, we're not going to get any more Optimus movies. He voiced Optimus Prime from the beginning to the end, pretty much. I think they said the most recent time that he did it was on The Masked Singer. So like he basically right up until the end, man. And he is Optimus. You know what I'm saying? I know they'll try to do a new one that you can't just not continue the character.
It'll be AI.
He'll always be Optimus in my opinion, man. And he did so many other things. I didn't know he was in I think I read something that said that he was the voice of a guy in Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Monterey Jack.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I had no idea either. I'm like, I got to double check my math to make sure I'm not lying on that comment. But like from what I read in that article, it said that he was the voice of Monterey Jack. I was like, I had no idea.
Today on YouTube, I watched the pilot episode of Transformers. They have like the whole first season. I only watched the first episode. And you forget like Starscream was Cobra Commander, like the voices like transferred. But my buddy and I were watching on his back deck for a couple minutes just because we had just found out. And what I was thinking was, dude, those cartoons were not written down to kids. That's for sure. Those cartoons were like so over, like compared to what things are today for children. Like that was written on a level like you'd love the robots, but the storyline was like for adults, you know, Transformers.
Yeah. There was actually like a Voltron cartoon that's kind of that way too. That
Voltron is one of my favorite. I had all the lions as a little kid, and you like put them together and they built together.
I actually had a crush on the cartoon Princess Lion.
Yes.
Like, I don't know why. I just, as a kid,
yeah.
like that. You know how you're weird when you're a kid like that? And that's, I don't know what it was, but that was the girl that my little cartoon crush back when I was a child. But yeah, I used to love Voltron too. That's what I think they should make a live action movie for. Like, you've been doing it great with Transformers. Why don't we get into Voltron? I don't understand that, but you know, maybe it'll come soon. So anyways, guys, let's see here. Let's talk about these leagues, huh? What do you say? Or these teams? What do you guys think? Can we go through one by one and do a little breakdown? Maybe give them a banana rating.
Is Cheeky here?
Banana.
I know, right? Yeah, Cheeky. You got any Cheeky bot?
He was here before.
I mean, he was here earlier, but he's he might be dealing with some stuff that outside of fantasy right now. So if you're not here, Cheeky, don't worry about it, brother. We'll
shout out, brother.
Take care of it. We'll give it a banana rating, best Dan as we can.
I'm so tied up talking to you guys and paying attention and all over the place that I did the cardinal sin. I did not tag in a slow draft.
Oh, that's the worst.
What?
How could I?
Oh man, you know what? You know what, guys? Billy is no longer going to be allowed on our show. You know, he's.
I looked down and I was like, "Wait, I never tagged. I picked like 4 minutes ago." And then I went. The guy already made the pick, and I was like, "Hey, my fault. I missed the tag."
Last year, we were talking in one of my leagues. We were talking about having like a rule where if you miss a tag in like one of like our old school drafts, then you should have to take a certain player with your next pick. So like Andrew Luck, like someone that's not playing anymore, but that's like the Andrew Luck rule, man. You accidentally don't tag someone. Your next pick is whoever that player is somebody else deems for you, whoever you didn't tag.
I mean, you could do that, but then that's
rough.
10 times more work for poor Billy over here.
Yeah. I'm not doing it to Billy.
So my leagues have a rule: if you miss 3 tags and I notify you about it, you get auto picked. Luckily, I haven't had to enforce that. I usually DM somebody and they're on top of it. But like just yesterday, I had somebody, and it's hard for me to keep track of all these leagues. I don't really pop into them, see who's missing tags and who's not. I got notifications turned off half the time because I have like 10 slow drafts going, 15 slow drafts.
Dude.
But somebody didn't tag. They said something, and I went back. He didn't tag like 10 times. So I finally DM'd him.
Said, like, listen, pal.
It was good today. He didn't respond to my DM.
Was it Dan?
No.
Was it two guys? Dan?
We had that a little bit happening. Like the people that draft slow drafts all the time, like they know like it's kind of a thing. Like we all just tag the next guy up.
And then you
just
apologize.
as much for us as for them. We want to make sure the draft runs as smooth as possible. And by tagging the next guy, it gives them a chance to jump in. Some people complain about it. They act like it's rude to do that. I feel like it's a courtesy tag. It's not meant to be a rush. It's meant to just let you know it's your turn whenever you're ready.
I only check when I get the notification, man. I don't always look back.
Scary Movie too. I totally forgot about Tim Curry and Scary Movie too. Sorry, I totally lost track because I saw Martin's comment about that. But
Dan, feel free to jump in and give a banana rating if you're not on the throne or anything.
That's not Dan. I think it's Rocky.
Well, Dan's
I think that's Rocky. I think we are blessed with Rocky's presence on the show today, guys. If you're not familiar with what Rocky's presence brings to the table, I mean, Rocky is like a deity in these parts. So, you know, whenever he's around, it's like gold dust is just being sprinkled over the top of everybody. We're all going to fly away as soon as we start thinking happy thoughts. So look at that, you guys. Pulling up. Look at Chris trying to be funny over here and pulling up the overlay. And
it's a shout out. It's
totally messing up the. Look at it.
I couldn't help it. It was there. It was on the side. I saw his face.
Oh man, Chris is just like taking over the producer role. I'm gonna have to pull Chris's card, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in a lot of trouble next week. There's gonna be a whole meeting.
I'm laughing now, but you're gonna see one. Look at now. You just poor Billy, man. I mean, we're just.
I didn't even do nothing.
I mean, Chris is batting 1,000 on this show today, ladies.
Come on, I got a random cut of hand.
I'm learning the buttons.
This is over here. Let's play with the buttons.
Number
while
2.
we're live.
It's like a Benny Hill
Oh,
show
it's
over
so
there.
great, man. It's so great. But it's all right. It was still a funny attempt there, dude. I like that overlay. And so does Rocky, I'm
It was
sure.
right on the side there, man, on the My Scenes, and I was like, oh, I got to click that right now because we were talking about him.
That's so good. Oh man, let's go back to this one though. We're right. We had to, so we can actually get back to what we were trying to do here. All right. Should we start with 12 and go backwards? We always go the other way. I think we
Sure.
should try to go backwards. What do you
Yeah,
think?
let's do it.
All right, Chris, you go first, and then Billy, and then I'll go. So that way I get to do Chris.
Hey, now. Clipping that. All right, so our good friend Spliskin starts off with Caleb and Brock Purdy.
No, that's not what I meant.
As his quarterbacks. I love this. I love how late he got those two guys, like Purdy and Williams. We're so used to Superflex getting Williams, so early, popping up so early. So I do love that pick. And Purdy, it shows you can get quarterbacks late and still end up, in a solid position. Then I see Montgomery and Warren. Can you scroll down a little bit, bud? I don't have my sleeper open right now. Just so I can see the running backs. You have Woody Marks, so there's not a lot of depth at his running back position, obviously. I do like the Katron Allen pick, but this is the weakness of this team that I see so far. You go back up to the top, and again, you got to worry the Jaylen Warren pick. We talked a lot about Jaylen Warren. My thoughts are Montgomery's going to have that, RB1 workhorse Joe Mixon role in Houston, but at the same time, that scares me a little bit, just those two. Zay Flowers, Parker Washington. I love Michael Wilson, Quentin Johnston, Coker. I think his wide receiver room has a ton of depth, so I'm okay with that. Gesicki, Hawkinson, and then obviously his first two picks are unbelievable. This team, to me, really, the running back depth is what hurts him so much. But you have to give that up if you're going to draft McBride and Bowers in your first 2 rounds. You're going to give up on something. So for me, this is like a 7-banana team.
That's nicer than I thought you were going to be.
Yeah, 6.5. Well, we were so mean the other day, dude. We got to figure it out. We have to find the right balance.
It's not our bananas. We're not allowed to find that. That's Dan's job. It's Dan's bananas. We're just.
So I give him a 7 out of 10. Maybe a 7 out of 12.
Let's see how Billy's bananas come out. We haven't even seen Billy's bananas.
I don't want to see Billy's bananas. That's all I'm saying.
Who am I giving my bananas to? SP, or am I doing Martin now?
You're doing Martin Brundle.
All right, so I can't be too generous with the bananas on Martin. So I'm gonna go position-wise. CD is a stud. We know that. And then you got Burden and Moore as your wide receivers 2 and 3. It's very questionable, shaky. I do like DJ Moore. I like Burden. They're both good wide receivers, but consistently they're question marks. Diggs, I do like. I think he's a good late round pick. He's in the 9th year. I'm used to getting him later. Cyrus Allen is a good dart throw, question mark. Same with Tank Dell Jennings. They're good where they were drafted at for dice rolls. Achian, running back, 2nd round. He's another injury concern. We were talking about that earlier, how we think Wright might take over with that. And you got Rico and Harvey as your RB2 and 3, which is pretty shaky also. Tyler Algier, Black, Ray Davis, James Conner, couple questionable running backs. And then Tyler Warren at tight end, who's a little banged up too. Gadsden, pretty good. If Njoku didn't sign it, he would have been better. But QB-wise, Drake May and Mahomes is solid. Definitely solid with the QBs. Wide receiver 1 and RB1 are solid, but it's a lot of question marks. I'm going to actually give him probably 5.5 bananas just because of how many dart throws he has. And I think he could, if he would have took a couple more safer picks, then it would have been better. But
yeah, I think he played to snipe instead of drafted to win. I mean, I know he was sitting next to Chris, and I think he was trying to come after Chris. So, I mean, I can't say I blame him. I like watching it happen. It didn't bother me one bit.
Yeah,
he did a good job. There were some guys there that I definitely wanted, and he grabbed.
That's what she said. Anyways, so Chris is up in the 10 spot.
You want me to do this one? I can do this one.
No, it's okay. I got it.
That's a 10 out of 10 bananas.
It's all right. It's my turn. I got it. I'm in the rotation. It's all right. No big deal.
I want you to be honest.
You've done enough.
Both ways.
You've done enough. Oh, I love it. All right, man. Chase Brown, Saquon Barkley, Bayshal Tootin, J.K. Dobbins, Keaton Mitchell, Jordan James, Hunter, and Vidal fill out his draft. That's not a bad room for the. I like the depth at least. I know you went kind of crazy making sure you got the depth and you got 2 solid starters there. So that's a really good room. I think you did a solid job there. I'm not going to argue that position at all. Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Roma Dunze, Casey Concepcion, Keenan Allen, Trey Tucker, and Tavion Wicks. I think it's a pretty solid room there too. There's a lot of good depth on both those positions. So where you're going to suffer at is the positions that you waited on. You've got Dallas Goedert, Chigo Okonkwo, and that is it at tight end. That scares me. Jackson Dart, Baker Mayfield, Jacoby Brissett actually turned out well for you, being that you waited till you did. But that tight end depth is a little freaky. Overall, it's a good team. As long as you don't have a lot of injury issues, I think you got a chance to be in the top tier in this leagues, man. So as much as I hate to say it, I got to give you at least like a 7.5 bananas.
Well, if I win, I will wear the James Cook helmet on the show, so don't worry. I wonder if my big cranium will fit in his helmet.
Well, why don't you get out of your own head right now? Because I know there's a lot of room in there, as big as it's gotten, and go over here and start working on stories draft. Tell us what you think of his team.
I got to tell you before I do it, real quick, I felt like he sniped me a bunch of times, so we'll see if those snipes make me feel like he made a good team.
That's how I feel every time I draft next to him.
Yeah, he definitely got me a bunch. So start off with his quarterback room. You got Herbert, you got Love. Is there another one down there?
Penix.
I don't hate it. Penix could take over. Love and Herbert, again, getting them late. Herbert in round 7, Love all the way down in 11. I don't hate that at all. Then you go to his running backs. He has Amarion, Javonte, Bill, Jordan Mason, Holani. So this team has some starting running backs, but I probably would have more than 5. I tend to draft 7 running backs, 8 running backs, just in case. I do love Javonte and Amarion as his starters, though. Javonte was a guy I was hoping would land that next pick, and I would have probably taken him as a 3rd running back instead of Olave. Amon-Ra, obviously, he's like my favorite first-round player. Ladd McConkey, Christian Watson, Brian Thomas, Jacoby Myers, Denzel Boston. I think this is the right mix. Yeah, Jalen Noel, the right mix of some pieces that are dart throws, but also guys that are very, very solid. The one guy that scares me, can you go back up? Is Christian Watson. But you got him in a reasonably good place. And then Tucker was definitely a snipe for me. I also like Juwan Johnson right now with Tyson out. But that not crazy depth at tight end. I would say this is like I do like this team. I would call it a 7.5 bananas, I think.
Hey, look at that. That's about the same thing I gave you, man. Actually, it's the exact same thing I gave you.
Yeah, I think this is a decent team, man.
Demers 85, Billy. What do you think of Demers' team?
All right, so we'll start off with the QB room. We got he waited till the 11th round. 11th, 12th round, he got Malik, and then he got Darnold. Then he waited till the 18th, got great value on Mendoza. In the 18th round for Mendoza, that's solid. Malik Willis, major upside this year. It's a dice roll, but it's a dice roll that I'm making. I love getting Malik late in drafts. And Darnold's going to be consistent. He's solid, and he's got JSN, so that completes the stack. For that, it's definitely good. So we'll switch over to wide receivers. He went first 2 rounds, JSN, and then JJ. Then waited for Tate in the 7th, followed it up by Marv in the 8th. Marv is a great value. So yeah, those first 4 wide receivers are solid. Definitely good. The wait in between, because he grabbed 3 running backs, Hall, Love, and Price. A little earlier, but the way the running backs went off the board in this draft was definitely made people reach. And I think a big year for Hall. If Love could figure it out, stay healthy, I think he's going to be doing good. And Price scares me because I am high on Charbonnet, but he should do good. And then he got Chuba in the 9th. So who knows what's going to happen in that situation in Carolina. But we'll see. Marshawn Lloyd's a good pick too late, because who knows with Jacobs. And then tight end, he got Laporta, and then came back around and got Helm. Helm's a great sleeper tight end. So I do like that team. A little shaky, I'd say, at running back, because nothing's guaranteed with those running backs. But I'm going to go 8 bananas for that team.
Ooh, that's the highest rating so far, guys.
Yeah, I do. I like the way he waited on the QBs and the value he got there, and the Chuba and the Marv pick could bring back great value too, especially that Marv pick. I am high on that.
Yeah, I was a little annoyed by that one, but it was the right move for him for sure, because it sniped me. The next one up on the board, you're talking to Hashi. Oh no, Old Guard USA. That's right. You were doing Demers. Olgard, our boy Olgard. Let's see how Olgard did, man. So far we've had a couple of good teams, so it's hard when you got other good teams to stay in the top tier. So we'll see how that plays out for him. He's got James Cook, Travis Etienne, Tony Pollard, Jordan
Travis who?
Coleman, Najee Harris. Travis Ishan. So that's a decent enough room. I like that Pollard in the 7th. Pollard's kind of a guy that I target if I haven't gotten my 3rd back before the running back wall we talked about. So I like him. I like Coleman, and I like Najee. I think those are some really solid depth pieces for a running back room that you kind of went at the 1st and 4th round. So I really like that you kind of got some good depth there for it. Nico Collins, Devontae Smith, Terry McLaurin's a solid starting 3, and then to follow him up with Addison, Golden, Samuel, Naylor, and Mitchell and Bernard. All solid picks. Bernard was the guy I was actually targeting in the end of the draft too, and it just didn't work out for me either. So I think that's a really sneaky good pick there to finish off what you did. Mason Taylor, Darnell Washington, and Kyle Pitts is your tight end room. If anything happens to Pitts, that's a pretty scary scenario. But otherwise, as long as Pitts stays healthy, you're in solid shape there. And then Trevor Lawrence and Tyler Shuck, along with Shedeur Sanders late, who I think will eventually start sooner than later in Cleveland. It's another decent attempt to snag some good players late on a position that was dropping notoriously in this draft. So you did a great job, I thought, Olgard. I think the tight end depth is a little bit suspect, but otherwise, I think overall it's a pretty solid team. I'm not going to go quite as high because of that tight end depth. I think I'm going to stick you right at that 7 bananas.
All right, up next we have Hashi the Goat.
The Goat.
Hashi the Goat has...
Let me try to fix my screen here. Whoa, hoy, oh,
a lot going on.
What is happening?
Rocky's face is going to appear all of a sudden. Anytime you leave a draft with Dak Prescott and Bo Nix, I'm always wondering why Bo Nix goes late. I forget that he broke his ankle basically at the end of the season, in the playoffs last year. But I do love those two, 5.5. So Dak Prescott and Bo Nix for me, I think that's a totally solid running or quarterback room, especially because this is not a super flex. We're constantly drafting super flex. So it does jade us a little bit when you're looking at the quarterback position, but I do feel good about it. Can you go back up to the top for 1 second? I would go up to, McCaffrey, Genty. I do not love CMC at 6, but I could be wrong just like last year. I was totally wrong last year. I think a lot of people were wrong last year, and obviously he blew up again. So he's kind of like Henry until he actually falls apart in front of us. I guess we keep going. There's not a lot of depth there, though. I do like Blake Corum, but I don't know that he's my running back 3 if Kyron's healthy. If you scroll down a little more, with Corum, you
could open it on your phone.
My phone is my hotspot. I've been trying. I actually drafted on my computer too. Emmett Johnson and so this running back depth, unfortunately for him, is just so it's not very deep. Seth McGowan. Whereas he does have a ridiculous tight end room with Hal Fanning and who was the first one? And Loveland. I mean, that's amazing, right? And then his wide receiver room, Ted McMillan, Jalen Waddle. Then it goes to Godwin. Again, super injury concern. I do like the rest of his wide receivers, like Shaheed, Jacoby Lane, Omar Cooper, even that guy Flournoy. Dude, anything happens, either Pickens or Lamb, that kid is going to have a lot of catches this year. So I do like it, but again, that's pretty far down the depth chart. I think this is a 6.5 banana team for me.
Ooh,
just not a lot of depth. It has a lot of bangers, but not a lot of depth.
All right, so Billy, you're gonna get our boy Elab2223, and he is actually in the audience right now listening to your breakdown, saying that he's gonna be wearing that helmet home. So, do you have anything to say about that, Billy, or do you agree with him?
What, that he's gonna bring that helmet home? I think he's got a good chance. Just looking at the team pretty quick, he waited till the 6th round on quarterback and got Lamar. Great pick. That's who I think you were eyeing up too, Sean, and me possibly in that round also. So he sniped us on that. Lamar sat, and then he got Daniel Jones, which is also Jones was on fire last year until he got hurt. So we'll see what happens with that. Bryce Young, also another quarterback that could take a big step forward. I don't think he's going to take much of one, but could be decent this year. Jackson's definitely the anchor of that. Running back wise, he got Jonathan Taylor, stud. DeAndre Swift in that round, the way that running backs were falling, that was a solid pick. Kenneth Gainwell, going to be a PPR monster, I think, down there. Aaron Jones, definitely a good late round, trying to bounce back this year. Shamaje P. Ryan towards the end. So, yeah, definitely got some good depth at running back. Wide receiver wise, A.J. Brown and Pickens, stud wide receivers. Higgins, I'm not that high on. He'll have his games. Definitely a solid best ball wide receiver, but I'm not too high on him. Waited for Pierce and Pittman, so that's Pittman's going to be an interesting factor in Pittsburgh to see what happens if DK is going to stay in that wide receiver one role or if it's going to switch over to Pittman. And then he also got Keyshawn Booty in the 15th, which is amazing value right now for the wide receiver two in Houston. Tight end wise, he got Kincaid and Schultz. Schultz is another Houston pick that I actually like. I think he's going to get a lot of targets. He was a security blanket for Stroud last year, so I think it's pretty good. And Sadiq too. Definitely a solid team. Definitely solid in my eyes, at least. I'm going to go with
solid enough to be in the top banana tier.
I don't know if I want to do 8 or if I want to stretch it to 8.5. I might just do. I'm gonna go 8.5. I'm gonna go 8.5 for that.
Whoa! Wow, that is some high scores.
Yeah,
dude. I am scared now, Chris.
Stay healthy. It's solid. Why? What do
Chris,
you do?
I'm gonna give you my team, so
I gotta do it. So now I gotta be honest, dude. I feel like your wide receiver room kind of looks like my tight end room. So, I mean, obviously you have Nakua. He's the bat, right? But every other position I feel like you're really strong at, buddy. Stafford and Murray, I love that. Obviously Stafford MVP. Murray's set up to possibly have it, he's looking good. And then Cam Ward all the way down, and is that 16? That's ridiculous. Then you go to your running backs. Again, lots of depth here. You started out with Walker and Jacobs, then you pick up Travion. Jonathan Brooks, again, has been flying up the board when Charbonnet comes back. That's another. So I think there's a lot of depth there. Your tight ends, when you go back up for 1 second, you got Njoku, you got Otten, but you have Likely and Kittle. I love that. The thing that I don't love is the depth of the wide receiver. There's Nakua and then London, and it goes all the way down to Mekhi Lemon, who is injured right now, followed up by Jordan Tyson, who's injured right now. And then so Khalil Shakir could be your wide receiver 3 for a lot of the year. So I might have gone one or the other there, either Lemon or Tyson, because they're both rookies and they're also not completely healthy. Mekhi Lemon should be all right for the beginning of the season, but they are talking about Wicks maybe starting week 1 or first 2 weeks. But that's the only hole I see in your lineup whatsoever. I would give this probably like a 7.5, 8. Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. I like that you just completely bypassed Drake London as my wide receiver too, but that's all right. I mean,
no, I said that, didn't I? I said
you said you got Puka Nakua, but the rest of them suck.
No. I didn't say that. What I said was, I said you're good, but then once you I said wide receiver 3 the whole time. I guess I didn't say London's name, but yeah, no, obviously London's a great pick in round 3 because he's usually going to round 2. But again, it's just that little bit of depth back there. So again, I think you're going to be top half.
I should have done that this whole time. Yeah. I don't know why I wait till this last minute to do this.
All right, you're going to have to do Billy's team, my friend.
I know, I get to do Billy's squad. So let's go through Billy's squad and see how he did here. He's got Jamar Chase, Rashee Rice, Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, Malik Washington, Malachi Fields, Tyreek Hill. Everybody except for Tyreek Hill is a really solid pick, I think. Derrick Henry, Bucky Irving, Kyle Monangai, Dylan Sampson, Brian Robinson Jr. and Sean Tucker. I'm a little concerned about your depth there, especially with Monangai already being hurt and having Bucky, who's notorious for getting hurt. You got Derrick Henry, who's like a stud, but beyond that, I'd be a little worried. So the depth at running back scares me quite a bit. The Ferguson, Henry, Andrews, I think those are 3 solid picks right there where you got them, and then you threw in Freiermuth at the end for a little bit of salt on your banana. I think that's a pretty good move there too to get that extra depth in. I think Andrews might have a potentially down year if he gets hurt or any issues happen as far as that's concerned. So I want to have that extra guy in the back end to protect that in case, because Henry is another guy I'm a little concerned about this year. That's just my own personal thoughts. Jared Goff, CJ Stroud, Aaron Rodgers is a solid room, especially waiting until 10th round to even start attacking that position. So I think you did overall, bro. You did a good job, man. It's a solid team. I'm a little concerned about some depth at running back and then potentially depth at tight end if there's injury issues with your older men. But otherwise, man, I think you did pretty good, dude. I would probably give you like a 7.5, 7.5 bananas.
Yeah, the RB's definitely killed it. RB's dried up quick, and I was like, I'm going to take this wide receiver value and see what I could do. Usually I'm RB heavy to start. It was usually I'm RB and I wait on wide receivers. This draft is a little different.
I was surprised that you didn't take Henderson where I did. I thought you were going to snipe Henderson for me right there, and then put me on the bubble.
I'm a Ramondre guy, and I got
me too. Yeah, I'm a Ramondre guy at this point too. I love Henderson in best ball, but I'm a Ramondre guy in redraft.
I feel like my team's completely different if I don't get sniped on Ramondre there.
That's right. I did out banana you today, Martin. Just so you know.
I like
That's
your
right.
team, Martin.
Yeah,
That's
I was
right.
a little rough.
Little shoulder brush right there. All right, Berserker, the ultimate sniper. So who's up? Chris, you did. I did. Pristine, you
Yeah.
did me, Chris. So this is on you, Billy.
This is Billy. Yeah.
All right, so Bijan, major reach on Bijan. So Bijan, Kyron, Scat, and Ramondre to start it off with his running backs is solid. Spears is solid. Tracy, late round, I think Najee is going to have a big impact there, but could go either way. Scat's a reach in the 4th round. Same with Kyron, but the way the running backs are going off, you can't really blame the Kyron pick. But Josh Allen, number 1 QB, if he would have lasted to me in the 3rd round, I would have definitely scooped him up. I let him go in the 2nd to lock in that RB, but would have definitely grabbed Allen. Then he went that shaky pick and took Burrow and sniped me on that also. But the two, obviously the 2 best quarterbacks in the league here probably. So that's solid QBs, and then he just waited till Geno late also, so that's not bad. Waited completely on wide receiver till the 8th round. Got Reed, Sutton, Wan'Dale Robinson as wide receiver 3, McMillan, Judy, Pat Bryant, Bateman, and Franklin. So definitely shaky at wide receiver. With I love Wan'Dale, but as a wide receiver 3, definitely not. As a 5, I love Wan'Dale. Who knows what Sutton's going to be there? I'm going to have to tight end wise, Kelsey and Strange definitely, and Dolchich, which is definitely good potential in Miami there. Just because of the waiting on wide receivers and the reaching on the running backs, I'm going to have to go with I'll go 6.5 bananas.
6.5 bananas for
Berserker. That's a little bit of a reach. I almost said 6, but
I was gonna say that feels like a low rating for him too. He seems like somebody who usually has higher ratings than that.
I'm gonna say real quick that this happens every once in a while in a draft where you end up and you're like, oh my God, my wide receiver room. At some point, I make a decision that the rest of my team is good enough, and I just go wide receiver from that point on because I'm like, this team's gonna get buried if not. So I'm taking like 8 wide receivers in a row to end my draft and just going for it.
This was a very hard draft. This was a very hard draft because of the way
the
running the board.
The running backs went crazy.
Different, if he's not taking Kyron at that 3-2, and he goes in the 4th round where he usually goes at the beginning of the 4th round.
Yeah,
you're grabbing Pickens there. You're grabbing Smith, Drake,
London. You could add London, yeah.
And then that team's completely different. He's got a legitimate wide receiver 1.
Yeah, agreed.
But definitely a good draft.
All right, so this one's Hurts and Daniels, obviously 2 bangers. I'm kind of shocked that he took them both right there. And then let's go to his running back. So scroll back up top. Thanks. So it goes Gibbs, obviously the beast, right? Then he's got Judkins too. You have I would have probably grabbed Dylan Sampson at some point, just in case anything goes wrong with Judkins. And then his third running back 3 is Rashad White, who does have some injury concerns right now. Then Rodriguez, Mike Washington, Pacheco. There's not a lot of depth here. He has a banger at the top. I do like Judkins, but and I heard he sniped you, right, Trade? At that point. So I do like that, but there's not very much depth here. If you go up to wide receiver, you got Keon, you got Josh Downs, DK, Jameson, Egbuka, and Neighbors. I definitely was not a Neighbors truther until very, very recently. This turf toe with Egbuka, if that doesn't stick around, I don't dislike this. Jameson Williams is obviously one of the most common best ball picks. His stock rises when you're in best ball as opposed to any other realm because he has those super spike weeks. So this wide receiver room, I think, has some depth. It's not my favorite one, but obviously his quarterbacks are ridiculous. Then his tight ends is that it? Is it Barner, Arroyo, and Ingram? So this is a place where I'm definitely scared. As a person who only drafted somehow 2 tight ends in this draft, actually would rather have mine in this one. So I think this is a 5 banana team just based on the 2 areas of lack of depth. But he does have some banger players.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. And I'm not a fan of having 2 tight ends and 2 quarterbacks. And
it was a mistake on my part.
I always want to have that extra that third guy for depth.
Dude, mine is Goddard. And Goddard goes down all the time. I'm going to end up with a Conquo for the whole season and just hope he doesn't get hurt.
And I've been getting Goddard quite a bit too in leagues, but every time I end up with Goddard, I make it an effort and I reach for Stowers, and I grab Stowers almost every
Telling you,
time I
man,
get
when you
Goddard.
read those camp reports, though, they're talking about bringing somebody else in. That's not good.
He says, "How many bananas would you give me?" You don't want my answer, Martin. I'm gonna refrain from giving you an answer.
What was the bananas? What was given?
What did you do to Martin? You did Martin
You remember?
dirty, right? Like 6 bananas.
I
or
gave
something?
him
It was like
5.5. I gave him
5.5. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I see it much closer to 7, or 6.5, 7. But I do think, I was getting sniped by him. So some of those guys I clearly wanted.
I don't
Martin-
hate it. I don't like his tight end issue with Warren and then waiting till Gadsden and Ferguson and that's it. I love those 3 players in general where you're getting them, but I would have liked to have seen a one other player instead of waiting till Tonjins. I would have rather you taken another tight end earlier and then maybe not taking Ferguson right there and come back for Tonjins if you're going to go that route. But that's only maybe because I wanted Ferguson, so I don't know. I don't hate it. But I think it's not terrible. I think Billy kind of did you wrong a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I think 6.5. Okay.
Billy, don't worry. Yes, because like I do it to the last draft, we were bangers.
But Martin, to his credit, he had a monster draft in that Devon Achian Jersey League. I should probably just package it up and ship it to him now.
He sent it to me.
He did, right?
It's badass, dude.
1-1. Then he had second round Trey McBride, Josh Allen, Colston Loveland, Warren in the 5th round. Then he got Travion. I'm not high on him, but I know you are, Sean.
That's
and
a
then
2.
Tate, Dak Wilson, Pittman, Monungai, Dobbs, Cyrus Allen. But those 3 tight ends to start and Josh Allen. You got the best running back, best quarterback, and
3 of the top 5 tight ends. Yeah,
that's solid.
Hey,
tight end premium league. Great start.
Right, that's awesome, man. We really appreciate everybody hanging out with us today. I know we're hitting that 2-hour mark, so that actually worked out pretty well. It's right about where we wanted to end, between the hour and 2. And we just split over a little bit because we like to chat about random crap on the show. So guys, thanks for joining us today. Billy, thanks for hooking this up with this league.
Yeah, no problem.
It was, I know it was last minute, but glad that you were able to make it here. It's been a lot of fun having both you guys on today. And there's that baby. There she is right now. That nice, pretty helmet that's going to be hanging behind me after this season. That bad boy will it's gonna go to one of the 12 of us. I'm gonna be nice and not tell everybody it'll be me yet. I'll say that one of the 12 for now, but we all know who it's gonna be, right? Like, come on. Anyways, guys, thanks so much again. For you guys being here, man. I know that last minute, especially you, Billy. Chris, I know you planned on being here, but Billy jumped in to help us out last minute, so appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, it's fun. I usually don't join these leagues. I try to just give everything to everybody, and a lot of people said they enjoyed doing my leagues. They know it's legit because I'm not in the leagues. They were like, they know nothing fishy's going on, but every once in a while I'll jump in a league, and I was happy. This was my first helmet draft, so hopefully I win this so I could give it to Sean, and that'll be that,
Hey,
Dude,
if you do that, if you do that, bro, then I'm down for that. Like, we could do a little swapperoo because hopefully I'll win something else, and then you can get something back, and then we'll make it even, so that way I don't feel bad. But I'm in enough leagues now. If I don't win any of them, I'm gonna quit playing fantasy. Like, I better win something. If I don't, I'm gonna be really upset with myself. There's way too many leagues.
You got a good team. You got a good team, so.
I got a couple of them I'm pretty happy about. There's a few of them I'm like, but there's a couple of them I'm pretty excited about. So guys, join us again. We're going to be back on Monday this week, and then starting Monday, we're going to break down some things for you guys, and then after that, we're moving into our new schedule. So we'll kind of go over how that's going to work out for you guys on Monday's show. So make sure you tune in for that bad boy. If you're not already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go check out Billy's channel. It's Pristine Mem, right? Or is it Pristine Memorabilia on YouTube?
I'm not too active on it. I'm way more active on your guys' stuff now. I haven't streamed in a while, but yeah, give it a follow. Hit me up on Sleeper, Pristine Mem. And
hit him up on Sleeper for sure. He'll hook you up with a Sleeper hub, and you can jump in so you can be a part of it.
Literally post drafts nightly at this point.
Yeah, and he'll be doing daily fantasy during the season too.
Yeah,
guys. It's not just season long stuff.
Lots
DFS starts next week. Next week I'll start DFS. I can't wait.
It's awesome, man. I'm excited, brother. So again, everybody, thanks for joining us here today, guys. Y'all have a great day out there. If you're in any of the disaster zones right now, stay safe. all the people out there that are struggling through that. Our thoughts are with you guys. For myself, Sean Trader Clem, my co-host, Buster Martin, aka Chris, and our good buddy Billy over at Pristine Memorabilia, we are sudden